Good morning, 6:03. It's News Radio 710 Keel, Robert and Aaron, and loads of local news, and she's got it up next.
A man's body found in Allendale. We'll talk about that. Pastors are speaking out in Baton Rouge. We'll have that too. And a little bit of a warning about Shreveport water.
Yeah, congratulations to you.
Woohoo!
Congratulations to me, too.
20 freaking years.
20 what she said years, and it starts off in just a couple of minutes. Fletcher Sports just a couple of minutes away, and what?
Big surprise for you.
I don't like surprises. Traffic and weather on the 9s, all coming up this hour. News Radio 710 Keel.
Officers involved in the shooting death of Alton Sterling need to be indicted. Reverend H. Lewis Jones of Hope Community Methodist Church say most black men don't expect to live to 25 and aren't afraid to fight and kill to get their message heard. Jones says that anger in the black community is at a boiling point, and if something doesn't change, he's afraid that things could be like the violent Black Panther protest in Baton Rouge in the 70s. I'm Matt Parker, News Radio 710 Keel.
Shreveport residents got a notice letting them know there was a violation in the level of chloride in the water. Director of Water and Sewer, Barbara Featherston, says they sent the letter out because the system was slightly over the maximum level of chloride due to a system malfunction. She adds there was no health risk involved for citizens. Chloride is used to disinfect water and improve taste. Enrollment in the expanded Medicaid program is exceeding the goals set by the Department of Health very fast. DH Secretary Rebecca Gee says the state has reached 73% of its enrollment goal in less than 50 days and will surpass the goal it set for this July as well.
We had to set a goal for ourselves of 200,000 by the end of July, and we have far exceeded that, which is fantastic. And we are now at actually 279,000, probably will be 280,000 by the end of today.
Dr. Gee says Louisiana ranks dead last in health outcomes in the country. Parkway High School's bought new speed monitors for the Bossier Sheriff's Office. Senior Colin Thigpen says that's just one of the initiatives students hope to accomplish with their $100,000 award from last year's State Farm Celebrate My Drive contest.
We also want to have a program to where everyone knows how to change a tire, basic things like change the oil, change a tire, do basic things to a vehicle to ensure that we actually know what's going on.
Thigpen says the objective for the new program, RIDE, rewarding and informing drivers everywhere, is to make sure everyone's driving safely. It may look like a war zone right now, but progress is being made in old downtown Bossier. Project coordinator Pam Glorioso says recent rains did cause some problems.
The weather is a detriment some days, but fortunately we've had so much dry weather, we are ahead of schedule slightly. So to be delayed by the weather occasionally, at this point, it's not upsetting the schedule.
Glorioso says the Bossier Revisioning Project is on track to be completed by this time next year. 4 people have died in bomb blasts in Thailand. The blast targeted some of Thailand's most popular resort cities and beach towns. A Belgian athlete's gotten sick after racing on polluted Guanabara Bay at the Olympic Games in Rio. She's the first sailor to fall ill from the polluted waters. Partly cloudy, some rain likely this afternoon. Our high temp about 95. Right now, 79. Keel News Radio time is 6:08.
Hey folks, this is Eric Hardison
and Trey Rogers
from Landers Alfa Romeo Fiat and Pre-Owned Supercenter here in the Shreveport Auto Mall. Trey, we've got a great selection of newly arrived Fiat 124 Spiders. Tell us a little bit.
The classic Italian sports car styling is second to none. For only $27,340 plus TT&L, stock number 801011771, and 4 trim levels available to fit all your enthusiast needs.
That's right, Trey, and we also have great selection of pre-owned vehicles. And listen to this deal: 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Laramie Limited on sale for $28,900
plus TT&L.
Stock number CS2940088. Mention this ad and receive an additional $500 discount off the advertised price.
Hey folks, come and see us at Landers Alfa Romeo Fiat in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
Or shop us online 24/7 at gofiat.com.
Good morning, 9 past 6 o'clock. It's news slurring already. That's not a good sign. 9 past 6, News Radio 710 Keel, Reuben, traffic time.
Everything still appears to be nice and clear for your early morning drive to work, but expect normal delays on I-20 eastbound near Spring and Market. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, the chance for a shower or thunderstorm continues today. Otherwise, partly cloudy with highs in the mid to upper 90s, and a heat advisory remains in effect. Rain will pick up overnight and throughout the weekend, so thunderstorms likely both Saturday and Sunday, and that will drop weekend highs into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Marses.
They've been waking you up for 20 years. Sometimes you love them, and sometimes they drive you nuts.
I think my face is stuck like this.
Robert and Aaron, News Radio 710 Keel, 710keel.com.
Arklatex Foot and Ankle Specialist is excited to announce the addition of Dr. Will Andrus, Dr. David Drummond, and Dr. Henry Hilario with 4 locations: Shreveport, Bossier, Natchitoches, and Spring Hill. There will always be a convenient location and doctor to take care of your foot and ankle needs. Foot and ankle injuries, pain, need to be seen today? Why wait? Same-day appointments are available on most days. Come see the difference. Come experience the difference. Arklatex Foot and Ankle Specialist, 687-8447. That's 687-8447.
Load up on service and savings when you buy a new Kubota MX Deluxe utility tractor. Get a 6-year limited powertrain warranty, plus save big on performance-matched implements, and get 0 down, 0% APR financing for up to 5 years. Act now before September 30th for this exceptional deal on a Kubota MX. Now through September 30th, 2016. Call toll-free 1-800-794-4992 for details about costs and terms. For complete warranty details, see Kubota.com or your authorized Kubota dealer.
Visit Shreveport Tractor or LouisianaKubotaDealers.com.
Good morning, 611. It's News Radio 710 Keel. Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty. And good Lord, I was going to play Atomic Dog. Who does that, Parky? Who's that by? George
George Carlin?
Yeah, George Thorogood.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
One of the Georges.
Yeah.
One of the famous Georges.
The weekend before we started on Big Dog 90. This is the 20th anniversary show. It was 20 years ago today. And it was August 12th, 1996, which was a Monday.
And they were playing Atomic Dog on Big Dog like 24/7.
They started on, I think, Friday afternoon, like the 9th, and played Atomic Dog. Bow, wow, wow, yippee-yo, yippee-yay.
Never want to hear that stupid song again.
Monday morning at 6 we started. Well, actually, you sort of phased yourself in pretty quick.
Yeah. It was, I was doing news for a bunch of the stations, and what I would do is I'd leave one studio and go down the hall and go to each one.
And
then you kept keeping me there longer and longer, and everybody kept griping. You're like, hang out a minute. We got to go.
Can you write all your news? You move your typewriter in and what passed for a computer?
You just made me do all your work.
With the DOS program, because we were state of the art, just similar to now.
And then I just never left that room after. After a while, it was like, oh, well.
7 years on 94.5, about 10 years on KVKI, and 2.5 we moved here into the 710 Keel in late March of 2014. 14.
When we started, my kids were little toddlers.
They were 3. They're
And
both in the
2.
Marines now.
Yeah.
3 and 2. And on the days there was no daycare or
sick,
or your dad couldn't get your dad. Your husband couldn't get them or whatever.
Yeah.
You bring them to work, and they would crawl around behind the radio board.
And you would freak out so bad.
Because behind the radio board, behind the board looks, to be blunt about it, like the fuse box at 3 Mile Island.
Yeah.
And sorry, I don't mean to wax 1980s on you guys.
And you could see a kid exploding back there.
Oh my gosh, you're like a dog chewing on a lamp cord.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh
boy,
now they'll never be Marines.
By the way, we are streaming live this morning. Is it on YouTube?
And the link's on our Facebook page.
So if you want to watch this whole show, if you're going to miss part of it, you want to get to the office or do what you got to do
You
and
can
watch.
go to the KEEL
do that.
Facebook page.
Okay, I have a surprise for you.
I know.
And it's going to maybe take things down a notch, but it may bring it back up a notch too.
Is this something recorded so I have to be sure everything's
No,
where
you don't have to do a thing.
Really?
Sit back and enjoy.
Uh-oh.
Listen.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to read something?
Yeah. I wrote this for you.
Oh, gosh. Am I going to cry?
You might. You might.
Do I need to go get
when
the
I read
Kleenex?
it. I did when I read it.
Is this from you or some? Is this?
I wrote this.
You wrote this.
This is my poetry.
Give me a little background here.
I've been working on this for about a month, actually. I've been thinking about things that fit, about things we've done together, things we've gone through together, the 20 years, the whole lump sum. I was going to make it longer, but I thought, no, don't, make it, short and sweet.
By the time we get to it, it'll be 1:15 anyway.
Yeah, you never know. So,
no, I had not. When you sent me the itinerary, the guest list for the show, and it's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, pretty good day.
And it said 6:10 surprise.
Yeah,
I assumed that it was going to be a guest. I assumed it was going to somebody from our past, somebody that we both knew, and you had sort of convinced to wander in really early in the morning.
Yeah, this is something I wrote for you, and to be honest, I apologize for the sappiness ahead of time because this might make me want to, get sick.
So if anybody asks later, you don't really mean it.
Yeah, I didn't write it. I didn't mean it. It's false. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
The title of my poem is 20-Year Surprise.
Is this rhyme?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Wait till you hear this.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm pretty impressed.
I am.
Okay.
I am already.
Gird yourself. 20 years have come to pass. We've done it all with friendship and class. Years about blocks and later years about socks. Through times of heartbreak and country songs about heartache. You make me laugh so hard I cry. Or make me so mad I want you to fry. The stories you tell come to life each morn. It's the gift you were given the day you were born. 20 years have come to pass. We've done it all with friendship and class. Watching my boys grow from crayons to Huns and seeing these men now protect us with guns. You're the one I would call when my world crumbled and the one who will be there for my next big stumble. Oh, God, I'm tearing up. I can only imagine what the future will hold. That's the next great story yet to be told. You're my teacher, my mentor, and my great true friend. This is certainly a ride I hope will never end. 20 years have come to pass. You've done it all with friendship and class. Whew. Okay, that's it.
Give me a moment.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I did not want to cry, you butthead.
That was really awesome.
And some of it means something only to you and I.
Yeah. No, I know, because I get all the little references.
Right.
That's.
Oh.
Yeah, the country music reference is the best one. You knew.
I know.
That was.
I know you'd love that.
Well, I can tell them the story.
I know. There's a lot of these stories in this poem that you can tell.
Yeah.
Socks and, all the stuff.
But we've got to go to break and get some tissue.
I need some tissue.
Okay, when we come back, who is the first guest of the day? Do you have it in front of you?
No, I don't.
Parky, do you know who it is? I can look on the...
I can find it real quick.
It's somebody pretty special. Hang on. Oh, Cade Brumley, I think.
Dr. Cade from
Cade's gonna call
DeSoto?
in. Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, Dr. Cade, then CL.
Oh, that's going to be a fun one.
Bishop Larry Brandon from Praise Temple, I know, is at 6:40.
Yeah.
And then the procession of politicos.
It's going to be a fun day.
Begins in the 7 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. Thank you.
You like it? Okay.
No, I loved it.
Okay,
That was
cool.
that was awesome.
Are you guys going to hug it out now?
No,
There's no hug. There's only been one
Yeah.
hug in 20 years, and there's not going to be another hug.
Unless
And one of our parents had to die for that
yeah,
hug.
so unless you grab your throat and collapse, and then we'd hug you first. 18 past 6 o'clock. It's News Radio 710 Keel, Fletch, and sports is up next.
Glass Services' attention to detail is why our customers keep coming back for all their glass services. From Agalite shower enclosures to custom mirrors with our Easy Frame mirror framing system, your remodeled bathroom will go from ordinary to extraordinary. Hear what our customers think.
I would recommend Glass Services to any of my friends.
Everything was just awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better crew.
The local guys, Glass Services, Shreveport, Bossier, and Mansfield, or visit glassservices.org.
Glass Services.
Not available in all states.
Whoa, what do you have there?
It's a Reese and Irvy's frozen yogurt. We just had our robot make one.
A robot made your frozen yogurt?
Yes, the world's first fully interactive robot vending machine that serves 9 flavors of delicious yogurt with 6 amazing toppings. And it's available for an exclusive franchise opportunity.
How do I get my own Reese and Irvy's robots?
It's easy, but you better act now. Locations and machines are going fast. Just go to froyofranchising.com and enter promo code 3838. That's froyofranchising.com, promo code 3838.
It's 19 past 6, News Radio 710 Keel. Here's Fletch.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. Michael Phelps won his 4th gold medal of the Rio Olympics by winning the 200-meter individual medley for the 4th consecutive Olympic Games to run his career haul to 22 gold medals to highlight Thursday's action. Simone Manuel tied for the gold medal with 16-year-old Canadian Penny Oleksiak in the women's 100-meter freestyle event, becoming the first African-American woman to win an individual swimming medal in Olympic history. In gymnastics, Simone Biles won the individual overall title, blowing away the field for the gold. Her U.S. teammate Allie Reisman captured the silver. The Astros clobbered Minnesota 15-7 on the road, with Jose Altuve collecting 4 hits for the second straight game to lead the way. Afterward, the MVP candidate said, quote, "I'm just hitting the ball and there's nobody there," end quote. Carlos Correa had 2 hits, including a homer, as Houston racked up a season-best 19 hits in the win. Former LSU All-American Alex Bregman had a double and 2 RBI and 4 at-bats. The Astros gained a game on Texas. The Rangers' 5-game winning streak was snapped by Colorado 12-9 as the Rockies gave Texas a dose of their own medicine with a 5-run rally in the 8th inning to come from behind for the win. And also, congratulations, Aaron and Robert J. Wright on their 20th anniversary. Together, without strangling each other. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tigers, Tim Fletcher.
Everything still appears to be nice and clear for your early morning drive to work, but expect normal delays on I-20 eastbound near Spring and Market. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, good morning. We will see partly cloudy skies early with the clouds building in and eventually a chance for thunderstorms later in the day and into tonight. A heat advisory remains in effect as we are headed for a high of 96 and rain and thunderstorms likely this weekend, dropping high temperatures into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morses.
This is News Radio 710 Keel, your news and weather station.
COPS is going to be funded at around 93%, I think is the number, for the first semester, and it will only be funded to the tune of about 47 or so percent in the second semester. So that's going to be a bit of a sticker shock for people who haven't been keeping up.
News Radio 710 Keel, 710keel.com.
You know you're not sleeping enough, but what can you do? More sleeping pills? Not look at your phone in bed? Let's be honest. Why don't you do something easy to get the good night's sleep you've been missing, like getting a fresh set of sheets from Boll & Branch. Hi, I'm Scott Tannen. My wife and I founded Boll & Branch to make the most comfortable sheets you'll ever sleep on.
Luxury sheets can cost $1,000 in the store, but ours don't. They're only a couple $100 because we've cut out the 800% retail markup by only selling directly to you online at bollandbranch.com.
Everyone who tries Boll & Branch sheets loves them. Even 3 U.S. presidents sleep on Boll & Branch. Shipping is free and you can try them for 30 nights.
And if you don't love them, we'll give you a refund. No questions asked.
At Boll & Branch, summer is about having fun. Check out our beach towels, limited edition throw blankets made lighter and brighter for summer, and our classic sheets. Go to bollandbranch.com today for 20% off your entire order when you use promo code QUIET. That's 20% off right now at bollandbranch.com. Promo code QUIET, spelled B-O-L-L and branch.com. Promo code QUIET.
Just showing off the timepiece. News Radio
Did the
710.
company give you a new watch and not me?
No. This one just got back from, honestly, Switzerland.
Oh.
It was sent for repair, and it only took 9 months.
Okay.
It is Switzerland now.
Yeah.
News Radio, when they say we're neutral, they mean about getting stuff done. News Radio 710 Keel, Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty, 23 past 6 o'clock. Dr. Cade Brumley is the superintendent of schools in DeSoto Parish. Dr. Cade, how are you this morning?
Hey, happy 20th, guys. So
Thank
glad to be a part of the
20 years ago today, what grade in middle school was Cade Brumley in?
Not quite, but I was thinking about that, and I actually was driving a little Nissan hard-body pickup in high school, listening to K94.5.
Oh, the big dog.
That's right, listening to Robert and Aaron.
Oh, gosh. We started when we were 2. We're going to stick with that.
Yeah, me too.
You know, you were one of our first guests when we moved to Keel, I think. You were in that very first week, I believe. If I look back on my calendar. And you've been a really good help to us over the years. We really appreciate it.
Well, you know, you guys asked me to come on yesterday, and I actually, I didn't have any clue what we were going to talk about this morning. So I dreamed last night that this segment was so boring that you guys just dropped my call.
Hello?
You there?
Exactly. Okay, so DeSoto Parish, now you guys...
Let's not let that happen.
No.
You guys have been in school for, this is your first full week, right? Or second full week?
Second full week.
So what's happened so far? Because I'm one of those, whenever I do something new, I'm always fascinated by what happens that I never expected. Sounds or smells or just something that I never saw coming. And once it happens, it seems so obvious to me, I say, how could I have missed it? So my question to you is, as you have started another new year and in DeSoto Parish, what surprises have already come up in the first, 9 days of class?
Oh, man, just 9 kinds of awesomeness. That's what's happening. Our teachers are doing a great job. And like I told you guys last week or the week before, we're not trying a whole plethora of new stuff. We believe in what we're doing, and we're sticking with it, and we're getting results from that.
Cade, how did you get, because we've talked with both the superintendents here, Caddo and Bossier, how did you get to the point where all of your buses are air conditioned? Because that's not the case up this way, as you know.
Yeah, we did that a few years back. We went to in the past, many districts had situations where bus drivers own their own buses, and many systems still do that. But what we did is we converted over to board-operated, board-owned buses, and the drivers simply drive our buses now, and we do all the maintenance and repairs, and they don't have that to do on their own. And so whenever we did that conversion, some of the buses were not outfitted with air conditioning, so we outfitted them. I think you can outfit a bus with an AC for $8,000 to $10,000, as opposed to buying a new bus, which is about $90,000. So we had to take that approach.
Actually, the untold secret about DeSoto Parish is the good news is all the buses are air conditioned. The bad news is the superintendent's office has a Cajun cooler.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a minute here, as we'll do for most of our guests this morning. Is there anything you want to ask of us, the two DUFI in the room?
No, guys. I was thinking about that this morning. You guys do a good job of having an expanded network of people that you talk with to get multiple perspectives on things. You don't just settle for what one person says, but you check it out, you check into it, you put thought into it, and I just really appreciate that and the opportunity to tell our side of the story, especially with the good work that we're doing within the DeSoto Parish school system.
Well, we thank you so much. Anytime you're in Shreveport, you're welcome to stop by. We'll buy you a cup of coffee, maybe a donut. You never know.
Awesome. And look, happy 20, and I can't wait to be part of the next 20.
Dr. Cade, a pleasure as always. Thank you for your time this morning, so early in the morning, because, we know you don't climb out of bed usually till 10 or 10:30.
Yeah.
on a good day. See you guys.
A pleasure, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Cade.
News Radio 710 Keel Local News just a couple of seconds away. Okay, just after 6:30, we have C.L. Bryant, Bishop Larry Brandon.
Yep.
I'll just assume more surprises are on the way.
There'll be lots of surprises today.
And then I said in the 7 o'clock hour, the parade of politicos, including current mayor Ollie Tyler, Lo Walker from Bossier City, former Mayor Cedric Glover, Keith Hightower coming up this morning. Senator Bill Cassidy is he in the 8 o'clock hour, I think?
I think so. We're expecting a call from the governor who's in Colorado. So the timing on that, we're not sure how that's going to work out.
It's
but
all
we're
on the way. KEEL News Radio Time, 628.
Need a place to take your kids for a dental cleaning or treatment? Well, blast off with Shreveport Bossier Family Dental Care for Kids this August for a dental experience that is out of this world. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Stewart. I'm excited to announce that Shreveport Bossier Family Dental Care will be opening our first kids-only dental office that will be filled with fun and adventure. At Shreveport Bossier Family Dental Care for Kids, we will offer IV sedation, accept all insurances, including Medicaid, and provide a state-of-the-art dental facility with all the latest advancements. This kid-friendly place will be right next door to our new Barksdale location. Call today to take advantage of our new back-to-school special for only $40. This offer includes hygiene cleaning, exam, necessary x-rays, and fluoride treatment. If you're ready for an out-of-this-world dental experience, call us today for your appointment and flight ticket. Offer expires October 30th.
For appointments and more information, call 318-213-4693 or go to ShreveportBossierKids.com.
Good morning, 629 News Radio 710 KEEL traffic. I'm burdened by my own excitement. Traffic for Friday. Here's Ruben.
Everything still appears to be nice and clear for your early morning drive to work, but expect normal delays on I-20 eastbound near Spring and Market. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, the chance for a shower or thunderstorm continues today. Otherwise, partly cloudy with highs in the mid to upper 90s, and a heat advisory remains in effect. Rain will pick up overnight and throughout the weekend, so thunderstorms likely both Saturday and Sunday, and that will drop weekend highs into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morses.
The power of information. KEEL News now.
Shreveport residents got a notice letting them know there was a violation in the... Yeah, put my headphones in P2, please. What do water supply violations mean to you? Matt Parker has details.
Residents of Shreveport received a notice letting them know there was a violation in the levels of chloride in their water. Director of Water and Sewage, Barbara Featherston, says they sent the letter out because the system was slightly over the maximum level of chloride allowed due to a system malfunction. She added that there was no health risk involved for citizens. Chloride is used to disinfect water and improve the taste. I'm Matt Parker, News Radio 710 KEEL.
A man's body found in a ditch behind St. Paul United Methodist Church on Looney Street. Police were called to the scene after someone walking by noticed a foul smell and saw what appeared to be a body. Police estimate the body had been there for a day or two. An autopsy is being conducted to determine the cause of death. A group of pastors at an event say for Baton Rouge to remain peaceful, officers involved in the shooting death of Alton Sterling need to be indicted. Reverend Lewis Jones of Hope Community Church says most young black men don't expect to live to 25 and aren't afraid to fight and kill to get their message heard. Jones says that anger in the black community is at a boiling point, and if something doesn't change, he's afraid things could be like the violent Black Panther protest in Baton Rouge in the 70s. You'll see some new speed monitors around Bossier Parish thanks to a donation by Parkway High School. Principal Waylon Bates says it's all about safety.
One of the things that ends up causing a lot of problems for kids is unsafe driving, so we figured the speed zones and proper driving techniques and so forth is something that's good for them in the end.
Parkway senior Colin Thigpen says these won't just be used in schools either.
These monitors will be used all throughout the parish to protect students. We want to ensure driver safety.
The monitors were purchased with money the school won in State Farm's Celebrate My Drive contest last year. Looks like a war zone now, but progress is being made in Old Downtown Bossier. City Project Coordinator Pam Glorioso says the revisioning project is coming right along.
If a person were standing on the corner of Traffic Street right now looking down, they can kind of get a visual. We've already put the curbing in, and you can see the layout for the bike lanes, the landscaped areas, and the roadway itself.
Glorioso says water and sewer work's been done, and electric and fiber optics are being installed. The project expected to be complete by July or August of next year. American Simone Biles has become the fourth straight American and fifth overall to capture the Olympic women's gymnastics all-around title. The 19-year-old Biles compiled 62.198 total points. Michael Phelps, the first swimmer ever to win the same event at 4 straight Olympics. He finished by a full body length ahead of the field in the 200-meter individual medley to earn his 4th gold medal of the Rio Games and 22nd overall. LSU coach Les Miles spoke about the widely circulated video by TMZ purporting to be running back Leonard Fournette and Garrett Brumfield fighting in the parking lot behind football ops. Miles characterized it as 2 college kids shadowboxing. He revealed a tidbit about his youth.
We didn't call it shadow box, we called it slap boxing, okay? And we thought it was really cool until the first time somebody hit you in the nose, and then it suddenly became really not so cool. I think we're finding out that it can be not so cool.
Miles says he did address the team about horseplay. Cloudy today, chance of rain with a high near 95. Right now, it's 80. KEEL News Radio time is 7:08.
Good morning, 634. It's News Radio 710 KEEL. Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty, the 20th anniversary show. 20 years ago today, our next guest, Reverend C.L. Bryant, the C.L. Bryant Show, heard nightly here on KEEL, 5:30 till 7:30. C.L., about 20 years ago today, you were still a junior at Fair Park, right?
That is absolutely right, Robert.
Yes.
That is absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 25 years old again.
That means if you were a junior at Fair Park, that means I was a senior at Jesuit, so it worked out well for both of us. Thank you so much for joining us. Actually, what were you doing? Where were you? And what were you into? Because your life has taken so many twists and turns and unexpected roads. Where were you? What were you doing 20 years ago?
Jane and I were just moving back here from Florida. I had been a pastor in Sonoma-Sassa, Florida. And my mom, I'm an only child, and my mom had become ill, and Jane and I was just returning here to our home and in Shreveport. Well, actually, I went down to the farm there in Grand Cane, but my mom was up here in Shreveport. So I was beginning my second life in home. I just moved back home after being gone for about 30 years.
Now, it's interesting you just said, pardon me, you just said very interesting to me. You said you had just begun your second life, and I'll take that to mean on the personal side, but on the political, on the public side, you've had a couple of lives also. Where were you philosophically, politically 20 years ago?
Oh, okay. I was still a raving liberal or Democrat at that point in time.
No.
Yeah, I was a Democrat at that point in time. I soon became an independent once I moved back here, and that was 1995.
What made you change so dramatically?
Common sense.
I had been asked a few years before we moved to Florida. I had been asked by the director of the NAACP, then Dr. Benjamin Hooks, to go and speak at a pro-choice rally. And I refused to do that. And one of the reasons why Jane and I left Dallas County and moved to Florida was because I stepped down from my position as NAACP president. I had been elected for a second term, and I realized the direction that the organization was going. I didn't want to be a part of that. And now what I'm able to see is that they have become a working arm of a progressive liberal party, the Democrat Party. So I left the party as well and became an independent, and wasn't too many years, about 3 years after I moved back here, I decided to become a Republican.
Very cool. Well, we love having you part of the KEEL team with your show in the afternoon. It's awesome.
I just want to say these words to you and Robert and Aaron. Many times it has been pouring down rain outside early in the morning when I'm having to go somewhere, visit a sick person, or go talk to a family, or something about a child being in jail, or maybe they've experienced a loss in the night. And there have been many a time when I'm going to that place where they are, and I'm not really in the right frame of mind because everything's so heavy. And I tune in your show, and the lightheartedness that you all have with each other always added a bright spot to whatever day that I was having to face. And I'm sure there's absolutely thousands right here in the Arklatex area who can tell you that on gloomy days, cold days, even sunny days that we have had here in the Arklatex, you have been a bright spot in it, and I want to thank you. Over the last 20 years, I have been able to listen to you myself, and I want to thank you. That's why I called in this morning, to thank the both of you for your dedication to making the Arklatex a better place. And thank you so much for your support.
Thank you for those kind words. That's awesome.
Reverend C.L. Bryant show every evening on KEEL, 5:30 to 7:30. Thanks for calling in. That was really sweet. It's early for you, I know.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
News Radio 710 KEEL, the greatest co-host in the history of co-hosts, Bishop Larry Brandon from Praise Temple.
Look at him. He's looking all dapper.
Let's go to break. That's because you're dressed just like he is today. On the way home from the gym, for heaven's sake. Tell you what, we'll go to the break. We'll come back. You've lost even more weight.
You're too kind. You're my ego booster. He really is my ego booster. I'm telling you, every time I come,
you look like
I'm
a marathon runner. Oh, my God.
Happy 20 years.
How long has it been since I've seen you? 3 weeks?
About 3 weeks, about 3-4 weeks.
What have you lost, another 7 or 8?
I've lost another 5.
Yeah. I got another vacation coming up, by the way.
Well, when are you going to invite me in? When
he's
on vacation?
I will have to do that.
We'll talk about that, too.
Yeah.
News Radio 710
Great
KEEL.
being here.
6:39, traffic and weather update. Ruben is all ready to go.
Everything's looking nice and clear for your early morning drive to work, but expect normal traffic delays on North Market, MLK. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, good morning. We will see partly cloudy skies early with the clouds building in and eventually a chance for thunderstorms later in the day and into tonight. A heat advisory remains in effect as we are headed for a high of 96 and rain and thunderstorms likely this weekend, dropping high temperatures into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morses.
A Harley-Davidson isn't something you just ride. It's a place inside your head. It's where you go to be free. Bossier City Harley-Davidson. Just like we almost close our eyes to dream, we must sit on a Harley to truly ride. We are the full-service Harley-Davidson dealership with new and pre-owned bikes, service, parts, accessories, and motor clothes. Come talk to the people who speak your language. You drive that road every day, but you need to ride that road for the first time. Bossier City Harley-Davidson, 2225 Autoplex Drive in Bossier City, off Benton Road at I-220.
I'm Mike White at Clean Air Systems. There's a world of difference between an air conditioning and heating system that only puts out hot or cold air and one that performs at high efficiency, comfort, and safety levels intended by the manufacturers. If you feel your air conditioning system is not performing like you thought it would, give Clean Air Systems a call. We have been solving indoor air quality concerns since 1989. Now is the time to get the professionals at Clean Air Systems to evaluate your system. Clean Air Systems, 869-0344. Clean Air Systems at 869-0344.
I'm Robert. Have we met?
Y'all have a little bromance going on.
One can only aspire. News Radio 710 KEEL, Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty, 642, our 20th.
God, it's been 20 years.
Our 20th anniversary show.
Goober-headed self.
Bishop Larry Brandon.
You two are better together.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, and that's
pains
the truth.
That pains us both to realize that.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Bishop Larry Brandon from Praise Temple joins us this on our anniversary. 20 years ago, where were you? What were you doing?
Oh, 20 years.
Don't say second grade, please.
Third grade. 1996, we were just moving to Greenwood Road, Praise Temple, from a storefront to a church building. 20 years on Greenwood Road this month.
Congratulations.
We're celebrating 25 years of anniversary in March, but 20 years on Greenwood Road. And my wife was 5 months pregnant with my son, Isaiah.
Oh, my.
Yeah, so she was
still plenty of time to start that second family, by the way. How old is your youngest now?
My name is not Abraham, but anyway.
How many youngsters do you have?
Oh, I have 3.
And
Jasmine, 25. Isaiah, he'll turn 20 in December. And Elijah, my early midlife crisis child, 10 years old.
Okay.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Never mind. You beat me to the show.
Oh, boy.
The first time that Bishop Larry and I met, and I've told you about this before, was at the grand opening for Brothers Seafood when it opened in Bossier
at
Villaggio.
That's right, second location.
And Aaron and I were there as part of the grand opening celebration, and Larry came in, and you and I did not know each other at that time.
Right.
And Aaron
I know a few people.
She kind of gives me a little elbow, and she says, "Do you see that man coming in?" And let me tell you, and just pretend you're not here. If you can imagine somebody walking in and owning the room.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as Larry walks in the room, and Aaron kind of gives me a little elbow, and she says, "That's Bishop Larry Brandon from Praise Temple." I said, "I've heard the name. We've never met." And she said, "Fact of the matter is, if you ever want anything really, really, really done in Shreveport and Bossier,
roll up your sleeves and get the job done." Yeah.
That's the man you go to.
Wow. Absolutely.
Now, that being the case, and I've come to find out that is as factual as anything.
Oh, you too kind.
No. I do have a request.
I'm scared now.
But not.
The other shoe's dropping.
What a pastoral noise that was.
Don't you need to use the restroom, Larry?
Here's my request.
Heavy excuse, please.
And we mentioned this yesterday. In about a couple of months, Bob Dylan is coming to the Municipal Auditorium.
Yes, he is.
Matt, more than anything else, wants to meet Bob Dylan. Now, this may be out of your typical, your regular, your normal.
I don't think that's in his wheelhouse.
Your normal realm.
Absolutely right.
But if there's anything you can do. In fact, a couple of prayers probably would.
Yes, indeed, of course. Now, hey, that's within my scope.
That's my request. If you can make a couple of calls and hook Parky up with Bob Dylan, it would be greatly appreciated.
I want to personally thank you today in front of all of our thousands of people that are listening for what you do for our community. And just an example this week where hundreds and hundreds of kids who are disadvantaged and are not going to be able to get their school supplies or backpacks, you stepped up. And, you know, he's not going to like me telling you this. I mean, they got donations from businesses and all that. But I personally know this man probably wrote a personal check himself.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Or bought, hundreds of backpacks just out of his own pocket.
Now, I had mentioned yesterday.
But community. Yes, the community. And more than 3,000 backpacks. And, of course, it was in honor of our mayor, Mayor Ollie Tyler.
Who just walked in the room.
That's
How cool is that?
Our wonderful mayor.
Yes.
But yes, more than 3,000 backpacks we've packed and given away. And the Praise Temple has been wonderful. And yes, I don't talk about it often, it's alms gift, but yet, of course, my family is supportive, and we still have people coming by that we're servicing. Backpacks filled with school supplies, and we're just grateful for all of the organizations that stepped up to help.
I had mentioned yesterday, totally unrelated to this topic, but looking just in life in general, not only at the micro, but the macro.
Yes.
And if there's anybody I know who is capable and does an amazing job of doing both, it's you. I know what the micro is at Praise Temple. What's your macro? Because I know you've always got literally 2 or 3 or 5 huge projects in the works. Tell us about 1 or 2 of those.
Well, of course, the backpack giveaway, and right now we have the LL Brandon III transitional housing for boys that we're opening in the next few months to help homeless boys.
Now that is named in honor of your son, correct?
Of my son, my deceased son, right. We want these boys, homeless boys, to move from transitional housing to college housing. And so that's my big project that I'm focusing on now. And then, of course, we have other opportunities that we're working with girls. We got a first Lego for boys, community boys, the community youth to understand robotics, and then the girls who code. And that's the girls to understand not only the input of the computer, but how to make things output and of course, programming and what have you. So those are the biggest things. I really want to help children. If you notice my shirt, it has a smiling face. I want to really help people smile because there's a lot of pain and a lot of anger in the land. And my job is to help people smile. And how do I do that? By giving them a hand up versus a handout.
Praise Temple, Bishop Larry Brandon.
Yes,
and one more thing, because we got to hurry here. In the 2 or 3 years that I've really known you, not only have we become very good friends,
yes,
but your 50th birthday party is still one of the greatest nights of my life.
I'm so honored
hanging out
to hear
with you
that.
and Bishop Paul from New Orleans.
And I did mention that you said hello, and he gave. I meant to tell you the last time I was here, he sent his love.
It is always my pleasure.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you for having me. Happy anniversary to the both of you.
Thank
We're
you.
proud of you and appreciate you. Really, we do.
Absolutely.
News
Thanks for
Radio
everything you've done.
710 Keel 649.
Now is the time for big savings at Barrett Appliance and Home Products. Barrett's has hundreds of items up to 50% off. Beautiful appliances, lighting, and home accessories all on sale from brands like GE, Bosch, LG, Viking, and Thermador. Find that perfect home decor item at the best price of the year. New furniture has just arrived. Rush in today for these great deals at Barrett Appliance and Home Products, 1760 Swan Lake Road, Bossier City.
Good morning at 649. It's News Radio 710 Keel. Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty. Sports is on the way, and Your Money Now is coming up.
Everything still appears to be nice and clear for your early morning drive to work, but expect normal delays on I-20 eastbound near Spring and Market. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
650 and Your Money Now.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. The Saints gave away the game in their preseason opener, falling to New England on the road 34-22. New Orleans committed 4 turnovers, with all of them costly. Garrett Grayson's first pass of the game was deflected, intercepted, and returned for a touchdown. Former Louisiana Tech quarterback Luke McCown threw a pick in the end zone from the New England 5-yard line that kept the Saints off the board. McCown also lost a fumble on a sack that was returned for a touchdown, but not all was lost for New Orleans, though. Rookie wide receiver Michael Thomas put on a display, hauling in 4 passes for 67 yards. Diminutive receiver Tommy Lee Lewis caught 3 passes for 38 yards, ran for a 2-point conversion, and showed promise as a return man in his first game effort to try and win a roster spot. Former Louisiana Tech standouts Kenneth Dixon and Vernon Butler, both rookies, made their professional debuts across the line of scrimmage from each other last night. Dixon led all rushers with 44 yards on 9 carries, including 19 in his first tote for the Ravens. Carolina's first-round pick, Vernon Butler, capped his night with a pair of tackles. Former Texas High Tiger and Arkansas Razorback Ryan Mallett completed 9 of 11 passes for 91 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 pick to help Baltimore knock off the defending NFC champs 22-19. And Butler and Dixon's teammate last year, Vontarius Dora, had quite a night in his Denver debut, racking up a pair of sacks and a forced fumble in the Broncos' 22-0 win over Chicago. Not bad for an undrafted rookie free agent. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tigers, Tim Fletcher.
Once again, here's Billy from Sand Dollar Pools. Everybody wants a pool, but a lot of folks think they can't afford it.
At Sand Dollar, they can. We construct all 3 types of in-ground pools, but the vinyl liner pool is the most value for the money spent.
And I hear you guys do great financing, too.
Yes, if you go to our website, sanddollarpoolsla.com, there's a link where you can get financing information.
Sounds like it's time to start building that pool. What's the website once again?
sanddollarpoolsla.com.
Hey, Erin McCarty, and I'm here with Jennifer Darlington of Avalone Door and Iron Works. Jennifer, you guys have been handling garage doors for 40 years, but now I hear about this honeydew service you're offering?
That's right, Erin. We can do just about anything you can imagine.
The prices are amazing, and the list of things you can do is endless, right?
It is. I mean, we actually have a service plan that can be as little as 30 cents a day. We can do things like drywall repair, locks on your doors, light bulbs in tall ceilings.
I've got one of those. I'm going to need you.
Come on, girl. Give me a call.
You can even do like little things like moving a piece of furniture or putting a piece of furniture together.
No job is too small. Just give us a call because, I mean, you know, there's those things that add up on these lists that you need done, and you don't have time, and your family members may not have time.
Give Jennifer and the folks at Avalone Door a call today, 798-OPEN, 798-OPEN, and ask about that honeydew list, right?
That's right.
This is Jared Horton.
And Michelle Horton from Anti-Pest. Mosquitoes can keep you from enjoying your yard. They also pose a risk to your health and well-being.
Anti-Pest can help with our mosquito reduction program. It's available by itself, or it can be added to the services we already provide for you.
Enjoy the outdoors again and protect your family.
For the best in pest control, inside and out,
call Anti-Pest today, 221-6181, or visit our website at anti-pest.com.
Good morning, 6:55. It's News Radio 710 KEEL. Robert J. Wright and Erin McCarty, the literally 20th anniversary show, like down to the day. 20 years ago, we started together on 94.5. 7 years there, 10 years on KVKI, a little more than 10 years, and we've been here on KEEL for 2.5.
People, the number one question people ask you, what is it?
About you and me?
Yeah, about what we do.
Wow, I don't know.
I know mine. I'll give you a minute.
No, go ahead.
The number one question people ask me is, what time do you wake up?
Yeah.
And it's 3:30.
I know what it is. I thought it meant related to you and me. No, job related. I've told you this before. I get this all the time. How do you not swear on the radio?
Oh, yeah.
And I say it's not hard at all.
Sometimes we do.
Well, sometimes one of us does, which is why we have it's, and people say, how do you, because most people, they are profane as a matter of course, and they don't think about it.
Right.
And I said, there's literally every time I throw out, anytime I say anything that is slightly of a cursing nature, I know nothing ever slips out.
Yeah. I had a bad word slip out one time. It's a real quick story.
Go fast.
John Hussey was in the room with me back when he was mayor, and a tornado was coming through, and we were on the air. And I leaned back and I had somebody say in my headphones, "You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job." And I said, "I'm the whatever." And that actually got out on the air. Nobody complained though, I guess, because I was saving people from a tornado.
Story about that. You know that story.
Yeah.
We don't have time for. Oh, look at the time, 6:57.
Mayor Ollie Tyler has something special for us after 7.
News Radio 710 KEEL.
The New York Times says that new Hillary emails have been uncovered that renew questions about the overlap between the State Department and the Clinton Family Foundation. The Times says that the documents raise new questions about whether the charitable foundation worked to reward its donors with access and influence at the State Department. They say a charge that Mrs. Clinton has faced in the past and has always denied. Well, yeah, but Mrs. Clinton's always lied, too. Now, if the New York Times has questions, I have the answer. The emails prove that the Clintons rewarded donors with access and influence at state. That was the whole point. That's why it was set up. And if Hillary becomes president, the same donors have the same access to the Oval Office, already bought and paid for. It's pay to play. But the emails do raise other questions. Why did it take Judicial Watch to uncover the latest set of missing Hillary emails? Why couldn't the wizard journalists at the New York Times or the Washington Post or even that rag, the New York Daily News, why couldn't they find them? Why couldn't the FBI find them? Obvious answer is they didn't want to. Why didn't Obama's Justice Department, whose FBI is supposed to be the best investigative agency in the world, why didn't they dig them out? And now that they are exposed, what happens? They just pretend they don't exist? You see, nothing ever changes with this bunch. The Clintons, they corrupt every institution, every branch of government, every agency they touch, because that's what they are, is corrupt. You've heard me refer to Mahindra as the toughest tractors on earth, and I mean every word of that. Now, when other tractors cut corners by using cheap plastic fenders, not Mahindra, they use real steel. When other tractors offer wimpy warranties, only Mahindra offers a full 7-year limited powertrain warranty. Now, you heard me right on that. Not 5 years, not 6 years. A full 7 years on select models. That is the industry's best warranty by a long shot. No wonder Mahindra has 97% customer satisfaction and continues to be the world's #1 selling tractor. So when you're ready to work smarter, not harder, with the toughest tractors on earth, see my good friends at Mahindra. Learn more at MahindraUSA.com.
Take advantage of rock bottom prices and test drive a Mahindra today at Kelly Tractor and Equipment in Longview, or visit kellytractor.net.
The KEEL Morning Show with Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty on News Radio 710 KEEL.
Good morning, 3 past 7 o'clock. It's News Radio 710 KEEL. Robert and Aaron 20th anniversary show. But the news must be told. Aaron's got it next.
Shreveport residents get a notice about their water. We'll explain that. Body found in the Allendale community. We'll talk about that, too. And pastors in Baton Rouge want police officers to face charges. That's coming up as well.
I am looking at the list, the itinerary for 7 o'clock. Mayor Ollie Tyler is next. Then I see later in the hour it says surprise. Is that a surprise guest? What can you tell me?
That's a surprise guest.
Oh! Plus Fletcher in sports, traffic and weather on the 9s, all coming up this hour. And it's right here on News Radio 710 KEEL.
John Fleming has always fought for our conservative values, no matter how tough the fight. But then again, John Fleming's had a long record of overcoming challenges. He became his family's breadwinner while just a teenager after his father passed away, then worked his way through college, then on to the Navy. John Fleming also became a physician, helping the families in his rural Louisiana community, and then an entrepreneur who created over 500 Louisiana jobs. When John Fleming became infuriated by the corruption and liberal policies from Washington, he ran for Congress. There, he led the fight to protect taxpayers' money, protect gun rights, protect the unborn, and for tough laws that protect our borders. Now John Fleming is running to take his conservative values, military experience, and job-creating abilities where they're needed the most. John Fleming, a tough, tested, trusted conservative that will fight for us in the U.S. Senate.
I'm John Fleming, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Fleming for Louisiana.
The KEEL Morning Report. Now on News Radio 710 KEEL.
What do water supply violations mean to you? Matt Parker has details.
Residents of Shreveport received a notice letting them know there was a violation in the levels of fluoride in their water. Director of Water and Sewage, Barbara Featherston, says they sent the letter out because the system was slightly over the maximum level of fluoride allowed due to a system malfunction. She added that there was no health risk involved for citizens. Fluoride is used to disinfect water and improve the taste. I'm Matt Parker, News Radio 710 KEEL.
A man's body found in a ditch behind St. Paul United Methodist Church on Looney Street. Police were called to the scene after someone walking by noticed a foul smell and saw what appeared to be a body. Police estimate the body had been there for a day or two. An autopsy is being conducted to determine the cause of death. A group of pastors at an event say for Baton Rouge to remain peaceful, officers involved in the shooting death of Alton Sterling need to be indicted. Reverend Lewis Jones of Hope Community Church says most young black men don't expect to live to 25 and aren't afraid to fight and kill to get their message heard. Jones says that anger in the black community is at a boiling point, and if something doesn't change, he's afraid things could be like the violent Black Panther protest in Baton Rouge in the 70s. You'll see some new speed monitors around Bossier Parish thanks to a donation by Parkway High School. Principal Waylon Bates says it's all about safety.
One of the things that ends up causing a lot of problems for kids is unsafe driving, so we figured the speed zones and proper driving techniques and so forth is something that's good for them in the end.
Parkway senior Colin Thigpen says these won't just be used in schools either.
These monitors will be used all throughout the parish to protect students. We want to ensure driver safety.
The monitors were purchased with money the school won in State Farm's Celebrate My Drive contest last year. Looks like a war zone now, but progress is being made in old downtown Bossier. City Project Coordinator Pam Glorioso says the revisioning project is coming right along.
If a person were standing on the corner of Traffic Street right now looking down, they can kind of get a visual. We've already put the curbing in, and you can see the layout for the bike lanes, the landscaped areas, and the roadway itself.
Glorioso says water and sewer work's been done, and electric and fiber optics are being installed. The project expected to be complete by July or August of next year. American Simone Biles has become the fourth straight American and fifth overall to capture the Olympic women's gymnastics all-around title. The 19-year-old Biles compiled 62.198 total points. Michael Phelps, the first swimmer ever to win the same event at 4 straight Olympics. He finished by a full body length ahead of the field in the 200-meter individual medley to earn his 4th gold medal of the Rio Games and 22nd overall. LSU coach Les Miles spoke about the widely circulated video by TMZ purporting to be running back Leonard Fournette and Garrett Brumfield fighting in the parking lot behind football ops. Miles characterized it as 2 college kids shadowboxing. He revealed a tidbit about his youth.
We didn't call it shadow box, we called it slap boxing, okay? And we thought it was really cool until the first time somebody hit you in the nose, and then it suddenly became really not so cool. I think we're finding out that it can be not so cool.
Miles says he did address the team about horseplay. Cloudy today, chance of rain with a high near 95. Right now, it's 80. KEEL News Radio time is 7:08.
Shreveport, Bossier City. When we needed a customized solution for our business, Innovative Office Systems became our all-in-one resource. We use several printers, copiers, fax machines, and scanners. Innovative Office Systems combine the software and hardware and customize the perfect solution for us. Want to learn how they can help streamline your productivity or even help with your cost of imaging documents or network design? Give Greg Whittington or Walt Bigby a call at their Benton Road office, 752-1959, or find them anytime online at innovativeofficesystems.net.
Not available in all states. Whoa, what do you have there?
It's a Reese and Irvy's frozen yogurt. We just had our robot make one.
A robot made your frozen yogurt?
Yes, the world's first fully interactive robot vending machine that serves 9 flavors of delicious yogurt with 6 amazing toppings. And it's available for an exclusive franchise opportunity.
How do I get my own Reese and Irvy's robots?
It's easy, but you better act now. Locations and machines are going fast. Just go to froyofranchising.com and enter promo code 3838. That's froyofranchising.com, promo code 3838.
Good morning. It's 9 past 7 o'clock. News Radio 710 KEEL traffic. Ruben is right here.
Everything's still looking pretty clear for your early morning drive to work, but expect normal traffic delays on Texas Street in downtown Shreveport. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, the chance for a shower or thunderstorm continues today. Otherwise, partly cloudy with highs in the mid to upper 90s, and a heat advisory remains in effect. Rain will pick up overnight and throughout the weekend, so thunderstorms likely both Saturday and Sunday, and that will drop weekend highs into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morses.
Congrats to Robert and Aaron for 20 years together on the radio.
Look, we're just these two swamp rats from Louisiana.
This is News Radio 710 KEEL. 710keel.com.
Hey, Denny, what's going on at Landers?
Hey, Biscuit, the summer clearance event is on. That's what's going on at Landers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, in Bossier City. With the highest savings of the year on all Ram 1500 pickups. Check this out. On select inventory, you can save 20% off MSRP. For example, a full 4-door Ram pickup, 1500 quad cab, you can own it for $29,995. But Biscuit, that is just the beginning because the savings extend to everything on the lot. The summer clearance event continues with huge savings on Jeep Renegade. Save $5,000 off MSRP on selected inventory equipped with Bluetooth and backup camera. There's 5 to choose from. Or listen to this, a 2016 Dodge Charger RT, save 25% off MSRP. That's right, not $40,000, only $29,795. But hurry, this summer clearance event ends soon at Landers, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Bossier City. Ram Quad Cab 1500, stock number GS 323187. Charger RT, stock number GH 150642, plus TTNL. Good morning. It's 12 past 7 o'clock at News Radio 710 KEEL 20th anniversary show. Yikes.
Woohoo!
Blink twice. Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty, and we are streaming live online. Let me see the KEEL Facebook page, and which is somehow connected to YouTube. I don't know how all this works.
Yeah, they told me to be on my best behavior.
Parky set it all up, and he's amazing.
Yeah.
Our special guest this hour, starting things off, is Shreveport Mayor Ollie Tyler. Miss Ollie, how are you this morning? Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
You look awesome as always.
Well, thank you so much.
Now, Aaron was just talking a couple of seconds ago, because you guys have known each other for quite a few years.
Long time. She's a great friend of mine.
20 years ago today, August 12th, 1996. Yeesh. Where was Ollie Tyler? What was she doing?
Well, I was in Caddo Public Schools at that time as the deputy superintendent of schools for the school system, and probably met Aaron back then.
Yeah, those were the
Over
days
at
when
Erie.
I would go to the school board meetings and sit at that table at the front and,
Absolutely.
and hope
Absolutely.
they would hurry up and get done.
Absolutely. I left Uri Middle School, I was about to say, and went to Central
What was your
Office.
first principal job?
Uri Drive Middle School.
And that was in 1997?
Well, no.
Was I close?
No.
Then we won't ask. Then we won't ask again.
Before 96?
No, it was really 1990. I was principal, 1990 to 1994.
Uh-huh.
And, of course, I had been at Uri Drive 23 years. I worked there 23 years before I went to be director of middle schools in Caddo. So
First teaching job was where?
teaching job was at Eden Gardens High School.
Huh.
High school.
What do you think? Because we have a woman that works here. Her name is Tina, and her daughter Mackenzie graduated from Northwestern, an education degree this past spring, and she begins first grade at Caddo Heights on Monday.
Wow.
What better advice?
Yeah.
What better person to give
Advice to a brand new teacher.
a new teacher a first grade advice than Mayor Ali? What advice would you give?
Well, just as a teacher, I was a high school teacher, actually.
What do you think would be easier or more difficult for a starting teacher? 15-year-olds or 6-year-olds?
15-year-olds.
You think so?
Absolutely.
15-year-olds are easier?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes, yes, yes.
What-
yes.
They talk back. They're rude.
But
They're
that's okay. You know what? By that time, they understand what is expected when you're talking about 5 and 6-year-olds.
What's the phrase, herding cats?
Absolutely.
What
Absolutely.
advice?
See, I'm a high school teacher, so
Yeah.
that's where I began.
But I'm
my
sure
career.
through the years, with all the positions in education that you had, you've been asked a million times for advice by any number of educators, of teachers. What advice would you give to a fledgling teacher?
Well, let me just tell you, teaching is not a job; it's a calling. And if you're called to serve and to inspire young people to be the best they can be, and know that they can do whatever they'd like to do, in my mind, that's the true educator. You prepare yourself very well, but make sure that you have that calling to help young people, and you will do what it takes to ensure that they have all of the skills they need to succeed.
Now, I notice that Mayor Ali, that Miss Ali has a paper, a folder.
She did.
Something very official looking. Do you guys want to tell me about that?
Yes, she has a proclamation for us.
Absolutely.
Now, is there a story behind this?
Yeah, I called her office a while back and I said I wanted to make sure invite her to come today and see if she would have a proclamation prepared for us.
Absolutely.
And so we worked on it kind of together, and she brought it for us today. She's going to read. Can we keep her for another segment and let her read it in the next segment?
She's the mayor. She can stay as long as she
Okay.
likes.
Because I like hearing the education stories. I really do. If you could go back and change any part of your career in teaching, would you change any part of it?
I would not, Aaron. I would not.
No?
But I tell you, this morning, I'm just so honored to be here to actually celebrate with you your 20th anniversary together in radio. We're just so very, very, very thrilled, and we feel so blessed to have you two in our community.
You know, it's thank you so much, especially coming from you, whom we both respect, in incredible respect for you. You and Erin were talking about her two sons,
yes,
who are both now in the Marines a couple of seconds ago,
Absolutely.
and the number of mornings, because we talked in the 6 o'clock hour about you would bring them to work occasionally,
Yeah.
especially when we were on 94.5, and they would crawl around. I mentioned this.
They were little tykes.
They were 3 and 2, and they would crawl around behind the board where all that loose wires, and I was terrified. And the only thing I can liken it to, I said to Erin, is like a dog chewing on a lamp cord, and I just knew that there was going to be a noise.
No.
But the other memory that I have of you bringing the kids to work even through high school, see, there's an office. And in that office, Erin has this huge desk and a couple of phones and a computer and business material. And it's very official looking, and she uses it to its, she really needs that.
Mm-hmm.
And I, over in the corner, of that office have a rusty file cabinet, and if you scratch yourself on it, you need a tetanus shot. That is what I've gotten through the years. Now, here's the point. That through the years, as her boys got older, and they would come to work with her for whatever reason, literally through high school, there were mornings where I would go into the office and I would have to step over and around boys on sleeping bags. Yeah. And I would really be careful. And there were mornings and I would come in and I wouldn't have the material for the show.
Yeah.
And she would say, "Where's all your stuff?" And I would say, "Well, it's in the bottom drawer." And JW's head
is blocking
his pillow. And I didn't want to wake him up.
And they're, and my office is still covered with their artwork and,
pictures,
everything they've done for me over the years.
We have a proclamation. We'll go to break.
Yeah.
We'll come back, and Miss Mayor Ollie Tyler of Shreveport will read the proclamation.
This is my very first proclamation.
I have a couple.
I know you do.
It's pretty, well, you were responsible for those.
I know.
News Radio 710 Keel, Fletch, and Sports in just a couple of seconds. Online at 710keel.com. You can download the Radio Pup app for your smartphone, and we are streaming this morning. You can see the show take place on the KEEL Facebook page. KEEL News Radio time is 7:18.
Bluebird Broadband Services is now available for your business. To see how they compare, we sat down with Chris Kostakis.
I work for Praxis downtown. We're a software development company, so internet is crucial to everything that we do. You kind of get what you pay for with internet service providers to a large degree. I value the ability to pick up a phone call and get a live person. Customer service is really kind of one of Bluebird's top billing features. Our outage is, measured in the thousands of dollars really per minute that we're down. In fact, I replaced my home internet connection with Bluebird just due to the level of service that we got and have been extremely pleased with their level of support and service.
Bluebird Broadband offers the highest quality internet and phone services designed for your business, supported by local friendly professionals. Hosting, data center, broadband, or business phones, call now. 459-9135 to find out how Bluebird Broadband Services is built for business.
Good morning. It's News Radio 710 KEEL traffic and weather updates. Traffic and weather updates just ahead. Right now, sports.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. Michael Phelps won his fourth gold medal at the Rio Olympics by winning the 200-meter individual medley for the fourth consecutive Olympic Games to run his career haul to 22 gold medals to highlight Thursday's action. Simone Manuel tied for the gold medal with 16-year-old Canadian Penny Oleksiak in the women's 100-meter freestyle event, becoming the first African-American woman to win an individual swimming medal in Olympic history. In gymnastics, Simone Biles won the individual overall title, blowing away the field for the gold. Her U.S. teammate Allie Reisman captured the silver. The Astros clobbered Minnesota 15-7 on the road with Jose Altuve collecting 4 hits for the second straight game to lead the way. Afterward, the MVP candidate said, quote, "I'm just hitting the ball and there's nobody there," end quote. Carlos Correa had 2 hits, including a homer, as Houston racked up a season-best 19 hits in the win. Former LSU All-American Alex Bregman had a double and 2 RBI and 4 at-bats. The Astros gained a game on Texas. The Rangers' 5-game winning streak was snapped by Colorado 12-9 as the Rockies gave Texas a dose of their own medicine with a 5-run rally in the 8th inning to come from behind for the win. And also, congratulations, Aaron and Robert J. Wright on their 20th anniversary. Together, without strangling each other. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tigers, Tim Fletcher.
Everything's still looking pretty clear for your early morning drive to work, but expect normal traffic delays on Mansfield Road and West 70th Street. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, good morning. We will see partly cloudy skies early with the clouds building in and eventually a chance for thunderstorms later in the day and into tonight. A heat advisory remains in effect as we are headed for a high of 96 and rain and thunderstorms likely this weekend, dropping high temperatures into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morses.
The staff and management of News Radio 710 KEEL want to thank Robert and Aaron for 20 great years of radio and more to come. News Radio 710 KEEL. 710keel.com.
Bob Dylan in person.
Early one morning, the sun was shining. I was laying in bed.
Bob Dylan and his band.
There must be some way out of here.
October 25th at the Shreveport Municipal Auditorium.
She's got everything she needs. She's an artist. She don't look back.
An unforgettable evening with Bob Dylan, October 25th at the Shreveport Municipal Auditorium.
Yeah, but things have changed.
Live on stage, Bob Dylan and his band.
We cried on a cold and frosty morn. We cried because our souls were torn.
Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m.
So much for tears.
Tickets available at Ticketmaster.
Long and wasted years.
Bob Dylan Live, a Beaver production. Show starts promptly at 8 p.m.
Good morning. It's 7:23 at News Radio 710 KEEL, the 20th anniversary show. Holy cow, blink twice, your life's gone. Woo! Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty and Shreveport Mayor Ollie Tyler is in studio. Thank you for hanging out for a second segment. So what are we keeping you from doing that's way more important than this?
Well, nothing is more important than being with my good friends this morning on
awesome.
KEEL.
She's pretty good.
I'm so excited to be here this morning, and I just feel so honored. Thank you all so much for inviting me to be a part
Thank
of
you.
this.
This is in fact my third mayoral proclamation.
Third?
Well, you got me. Here's
Goodness.
the deal. When I turned 50,
Yeah.
she cajoled Keith into making it Robert J. Wright Day in Shreveport.
Wow.
When I turned 60, she cajoled Cedric into making it Robert J. Wright Day in Shreveport. So I guess you'll be hearing back from her in about 6 years. But in the meantime, I guess you want to set this up? You want to introduce this?
Yeah, this is Mayor Ollie Tyler. I called her office to set her up to come in, and I said, hey, can you do a proclamation for us for the morning of our 20th anniversary? And she said, absolutely. And so we got together and put this all together, and she brought it with her today.
Madam Mayor, we are all ears.
Well, thank you all so much. Again, let me just say thank you for the commitment that you have to our communities. I tell you, you all really, really set the bar high when it comes to radio. I am just so proud to call you my friends, and thank you for allowing me just to be here this morning. I look to you two in the morning to make sure that we get caught up on the news locally and nationally, and you've just done so much for our community. Your professionalism is something that I've always admired, and I want you to know that. And when Aaron text or call, whichever one, I don't remember, I just, absolutely love to be there. Thank you for allowing me to come by. And so what we did, because she had invited my colleague and a good friend from across the river, Mayor Walker, we did a joint proclamation. I said to him that, since we've already done one for the two of you, that I could just make it joint, and because we are community. So I'll read that joint proclamation this morning, if it's okay.
It would be our pleasure.
And I
Thank
know
you,
that
ma'am.
Mayor Walker is coming in later. But,
And he'll read.
We'll
he'll leave it.
always be up to hearing it twice.
You bet.
Okay. So it reads, whereas radio is important in the 21st century because it provides an opportunity for people who cannot access television and cannot read to keep up to date on the news and trends, and whereas radio also provides portable entertainment and information for many, and according to an American Media Services survey, 78% of individuals listen to radio in the car. And whereas radio stations, unlike other media types, such as newspapers, have the ability to become a reliable source of information in areas where information is scarce, phone lines are cut, and the internet is blocked. And whereas small communities benefit from local radio stations that provide news about local issues that would otherwise not make national headlines. And whereas Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty have been informing and entertaining Shreveport and Bossier residents for 20 years on local radio stations each weekday morning. And whereas Robert and Aaron, Aaron and Robert, wake up early each morning to share a life while also bringing their audience great information. Now, therefore, we, Ollie S. Tyler, Mayor of the City of Shreveport, and Lorenz Lowalker, Mayor of the City of Bossier City, do hereby proclaim Friday, April 12th, 2016.
August 12th.
I'm sorry, August 12th. I thought I said August. Thank you so much, Aaron. Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty Day in the cities of Shreveport and Bossier City, and urge all citizens to celebrate the work of these exceptional personalities. In witness whereof, we have hereunto set our hands and caused the seals of the cities of Shreveport and Bossier City to be affixed. Alias Tyler, Mayor, Lorenz Walker, Mayor, Bossier City.
I got chills.
Woo!
That
Thank
was
you so
awesome.
much.
Thank you. It is our pleasure. Thank you, man, for joining us.
Thank you all so much for allowing me to come by just to celebrate and to say how much we appreciate you.
I have a question.
Uh-oh.
Since it's Aaron McCarty Day, can I speed? What can I do since it's my day?
Oh, my goodness. Yes, you do whatever you want.
Whatever I want.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm setting it up for her. I'm setting her up.
I can
aren't I?
eat all the grapes at the Kroger and the produce. All right.
Oh, yeah. Well, you already eat the chips. What the heck?
No, it's the
Miss
bananas.
Ollie, thank you very much. It's our pleasure. As
Thank you
always,
all
it
so
is,
much
it is
for
great
having
to
me
see you.
again
And,
this morning.
like I said, you are welcome anytime. You know that.
All righty.
News Radio
Thank you,
710
Bear.
Keel. Local news just a couple of seconds away. Keel News Radio time is 7:29.
A Harley Davidson isn't something you just ride. It's a place inside your head. It's where you go to be free. Bossier City Harley Davidson. Just like we almost close our eyes to dream, we must sit on a Harley to truly ride. We are the full-service Harley Davidson dealership with new and pre-owned bikes, service, parts, accessories, and motor clothes. Come talk to the people who speak your language. You drive that road every day, but you need to ride that road for the first time. Bossier City Harley Davidson, 2225 Autoplex Drive in Bossier City, off Benton Road at I-220.
Everything's still looking pretty clear for your early morning drive to work, but expect normal traffic delays on Mansfield Road and West 70th Street. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, the chance for a shower or thunderstorm continues today. Otherwise, partly cloudy with highs in the mid to upper 90s, and a heat advisory remains in effect. Rain will pick up overnight and throughout the weekend, so thunderstorms likely both Saturday and Sunday, and that will drop weekend highs into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Marses.
The power of information. Keel News now.
A body discovered in Allendale. Matt Parker has that story.
The body of a male was found dead in a ditch behind St. Paul United Methodist Church in the 1400 block of Looney Street. Police were called to the scene after someone walking by noticed a foul smell and saw what appeared to be a body. Police estimate the body had been there for a day or two. An autopsy is being conducted to determine the cause of death. I'm Matt Parker, News Radio 710 Keel.
Residents of Shreveport received a notice letting them know there was a violation in the level of chloride in their water. Water and Sewer Director Barbara Featherston says they sent the letter out because the system was slightly over the maximum level of chlorides due to a system malfunction. She adds there was no health risk involved for citizens. Chloride is used to disinfect water and improve taste. Department of Children and Family Services launching an initiative to improve foster care by redefining the role of caregivers. DCFS Secretary Marquetta Garner-Walters says the Quality Parenting Initiative is about having everybody on the same page.
To really have better communication, better transparency, and more openness between birth parents and foster parents.
Walters says our children deserve the best that we can give them. She says we don't always do that when they're in the child welfare system. She says she hopes this will allow foster kids to get the love and support they need. Old downtown Bossier might be a bit messy right now, but project coordinator Pam Glorioso says a lot of progress has been made in the city's revisioning plan.
Barksville Boulevard is now become a two-lane vehicular street with a wide sidewalk now being put on both sides of it, parallel parking along both sides of it, a bike lane, and we'll have a continuous strip of landscape running from traffic now to Hamilton Road. That's all part of the enhancement project.
Glorioso says the project's expected to be finished by this time next year. You can find photos of what it looks like now and what it will look like at 710keel.com. The Bossier Sheriff's Office, the new owner of the two brand new speed monitors, thanks to Parkway High's grant award from State Farm. Sheriff Julian Whittington pleased to have this new equipment.
Not all news we get to report is good, but we're here for a good cause. Thanks to State Farm and Parkway and Principal Bourgeois, who's now moved on to central office, but Principal Bates is here. A community effort to make our parish safer is primarily be used in school zones, but not just, strictly school zones, anywhere in the parish.
Sheriff Whittington says the end goal is to get motorists to slow down and be mindful of speed limits. LSU coach Les Miles talking about the widely circulated video by TMZ that purports to be running back Leonard Fournette and Garrett Brumfield fighting out in the parking lot behind football ops. Miles says he did address the team about horseplay.
We didn't call it shadow box, we called it slap boxing, okay? And we thought it was really cool until the first time somebody hit you in the nose, and then it suddenly became really not so cool. I think we're finding out this can be not so cool.
Dallas County District Attorney Susan Hawk has returned to work after spending nearly 2 months at an Arizona clinic for treatment of mental illness. Thailand reeling today from coordinated explosions targeting popular tourist destinations where at least 4 people died. Officials say 10 foreigners are among the dozens of others injured. Partly cloudy, some rain likely this afternoon with our high temp close to 95 degrees. Right now it's 80. KEEL News Radio time is 7:34.
This portion of the show brought to you by Planet Fitness.
The hometown advantage. You can see it in that new shop down on Main Street, in the office downtown, the factory by the river, and the farm down the road. It's because of people like Reggie in finance and Ruth, the paramedic. Keisha, the designer, has it, and so does Orlando, the nurse. They live around here. They care about this community. They work hard to succeed, and that makes a difference. At ShreveportHelpWanted.com, we're proud to work the hometown advantage. We work it around the clock, connecting local employers and local job seekers with local jobs they're good at, jobs they deserve. Post your job today and search a database of resumes to find, select, and hire the best local employees. Employees who live close by, close to family and friends, close to home. That's the hometown advantage. ShreveportHelpWanted.com. Local jobs that work.
Luxury without limits at Jaguar of Shreveport. Online at jaguarofshreveport.net.
You remember that old, what was it, What's My Line?
Yeah.
Remember that old show where we have so many guests today? We're just going to stop introducing them. It's going to be like mystery guests. Sign in, please. News Radio.
Guess who it is?
News Radio 710 KEEL online at 710keel.com. Radio Pup app for the smartphone. Robert J. Wright, Aaron McCarty, 20th anniversary show. The key to our success is, and I think not a lot of people know this, it's slap boxing. Unlike Leonard Fournette and Garrett Brumfield, our slap boxing never gets a little bit out of hand.
Right.
Here's the deal. If I can stick and move, and, sort of float like a butterfly, I've got her. I can win. I can break her will.
Yeah.
But if she, it's that George Foreman, she throws haymakers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she can wail.
Yeah.
And so if she gets inside that the stick and move, I'm a goner.
Right.
But, so mystery guest, sign in, please.
Well, this is Bo, right?
It is.
What's your last name, Bo?
Miguez.
Okay, my bad.
Miguez.
Okay.
I got that right, didn't I?
That is.
What you been up to, man?
Man, just, showing love, spreading love in the community.
He is with Locals Love Us,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a surprise for us today.
I love surprises.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm not a surprise-oriented guy.
No, you're not.
But today, the odds are I'm going to enjoy them.
Yeah, you might enjoy this. Bo, what'd you bring us today?
Well, how fitting. Brought you a special surprise on your 20th anniversary. As you know, Locals Love Us, we host an online survey each year. We just closed it in July 4th of this year. We have a category in our survey, Best DJs for the area. Well, the locals have spoken, and you guys have won an award. This last year was our highest voting ever. We had over 4,200 locals voted. Over our survey, they cast over 82,000 votes total, and you guys won an award for the best radio DJs. So I have that award to present to you this morning.
Wow. Look at that.
Nice, pretty,
Very
beautiful
cool.
award.
That is awesome looking.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Here's how this can work is if we'll put it on Erin's desk. And
in 20 years, it'll still be there.
In 20, yeah. Tell them the story about. Tell Bo.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna slap you.
Tell
again.
Bo. Don't, as long as it doesn't get out of hand.
Yeah.
Tell Bo the story about the platinum record that you got from Trans-Siberian Orchestra from specifically Al Petrelli with TSO.
Had it specially shipped here overnight for me. Platinum record from Trans-Siberian Orchestra in the big frame, with the record signed and all that.
Had one each. Immediately. I mean, it's in my bedroom. It's in the spare room in my workout room at home.
Yeah.
It's awesome. In fact, in my whole house, you would never know that I'm a radio guy except for my Al Petrelli Trans-Siberian Orchestra platinum record.
Yeah. Well, I put it under my desk. Thought I'll bring it home. Maybe I'll hang it in the office. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it. Well, it sat under my desk for a long time.
When you say a long time, how long do you mean?
3-4 years.
It's closer to
something
6.
like that.
6
and then
years.
He finally, one day I was having a fit of cleaning, and I was cleaning some stuff out in the office.
So I hung it up for
and
her.
so he put it up in the office.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's up in there. And
but it's still in the cellophane, and there's lots of dust.
we really appreciate him. For folks that voted for us, that really is an honor. And I can't thank them enough because, we act like a bunch of goofuses, but, we do get up awful early in the morning. We very rarely, Robert, I don't think, how often's it been that one of us is sick? Very rare.
Well, it's still, what do I say? Still early. Plenty of time for things to go wrong.
Yeah, you got a point. Absolutely.
No, hardly ever.
We rarely get sick, so we're here every day.
In 20 years, the most serious illness either of us have had was when you had an appendectomy. No, your gallbladder. Your gallbladder.
Gallbladder, yeah.
And so you missed one day. We came within a hair's breadth, and this is legit. We came within a hair's breadth of me having a vasectomy on the radio. We had a doctor who was going to do it for free, and they were going to gas me up or shoot me full of whatever it is.
I was going to help them.
And that was why. But actually, we were owned by Clear Channel at the time.
Big corporate.
And the Clear, like about 3 or 4 weeks ahead, the Clear Channel lawyer said, you can't do that on the radio.
Oh, boy.
And we had a doctor ready to do it for free.
Oh, we could do it now, though, couldn't we?
Well, it was actually in the parking lot at Pete Harris, but that's another story. Mr. Bo, a pleasure as always. Thank you so much.
Hey, congrats, guys, on 20
Great
years.
to see you. Best to you and the family. Always wonderful to run into.
And we have an old friend in the studio.
News Radio 710 Keel, Robert J. Wright, Aaron McCarty, 739. This part of the show powered by Abalone Door and Iron Works, raising garage door standards one home at a time. Traffic time. Here's Ruben.
We've just received reports of a minor accident on Kirby Place and Line Avenue. We've also got some slow-moving traffic on Texas Street in downtown Shreveport. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, good morning. We will see partly cloudy skies early with the clouds building in and eventually a chance for thunderstorms later in the day and into tonight. A heat advisory remains in effect as we are headed for a high of 96 and rain and thunderstorms likely this weekend, dropping high temperatures into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morses.
They've been waking you up for 20 years. Sometimes you love them, and sometimes they drive you nuts.
I think my face is stuck like this.
Robert and Aaron, News Radio 710 Keel. 710keel.com.
Avoid the traffic and headache of driving to Dallas and fly from Shreveport.
Now boarding United Airlines at Shreveport Regional Airport.
United Airlines offers daily nonstop flights from Shreveport to Denver and Houston with connections to more than 330 cities worldwide. Shreveport Regional Airport has close parking and short, fast TSA screening lines. Fly the friendly skies of United Airlines from Shreveport Regional Airport. Are you in need of reliable electric work or repair in Shreveport, Bossier, and the surrounding areas of Louisiana? If so, call the experts at L&L Electric at 318-505-8585. L&L Electric even offers an electrical insurance policy that covers over 80 items to give you peace of mind when it comes to your electrical needs. So give the experts at L&L Electric a call. 318-505-8585.
You know, if there were ever fitting bumper music for our next guest, Bad to the Bone.
Bad to the Bone. He's looking at you with those eyes.
Yeah, I know. I know. I got those every now and then when he was in charge.
Yeah, you did.
News Radio 710 Keel, Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty 20th anniversary show. It is.
See, the only time we really got in trouble, he was the boss.
Yeah.
And I blamed it on you, and you blamed it on me, and it worked.
Jerry Frentress, former Clear Channel. When you were GM here with us, it was Clear Channel, I guess, for 4 or 5
years.
Just a couple of years. Move a little closer to the microphone, if you would.
2 years.
But the reason we wanted to have Jerry is because when you were general manager here, when you were in charge, and I tell people this all the time, is there is not one employee in this building that wouldn't have run through fire for that man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
he walked through the building every morning and came in every studio and said hi.
I would say, set up the brick wall. We will run through it.
And often he would bring us bagels and orange juice and just on a whim. And I was like, oh, my gosh, this guy is so cool.
Now, we were on K94.5 at the time, which was a top 40 station, and it was very entertainment and very stunt-oriented.
Mm-hmm.
And the radio lexicon, the radio term is goat boy. And the goat boy in radio is the intern, the kid, the college guy, the part-timer who wants to be on the radio more than anything.
Yeah.
And you send him out, and he does all your stunts. He's the guy.
Where you're going?
He's the guy that does all your goofy stuff. He's the guy that
no one else will ever touch.
Well, we didn't have a goat boy
this particular time. Yeah.
So you asked me.
We had a general manager.
Oh.
Jerry was no, not just you did 5.
I duct taped him to a street pole.
Yes.
At Bert Coons and Uri,
How
1
many of
foot
those?
off the ground.
How many of those do you remember? There was Splash the GM.
Yes.
There was Aaron taped you. You did the bubble wrap where women would bite the bubble wrap.
He liked that one.
Oh my God.
I think it shocked Aaron when we did that.
The taping him to the pole was hilarious. He's duct taped a foot off the ground.
We wanted to see
how good duct tape was.
A small stool, and Jerry stood on the stool about a foot off the ground. And Aaron wrapped him, and listeners would come by, and they wrapped duct tape around you and the pole, and then 3, 2, 1, and we pulled the stool out from under your feet. And you stayed.
He hung there.
For a long time.
He did.
He raps well.
Yeah. I'm sorry I drove off and went and got breakfast. I apologize.
Raps well straight out of North Bossier. So what have you been up to? What are you up to? Are you totally retired? Or are you just, wow, I want to be you when I grow up?
Yeah.
There was, go ahead, I'm sorry.
And we have to apologize to him because we did get him in trouble, probably, and therefore we had to get in trouble. When we went to Dallas, and
the TV commercial.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the bar tab
was a little heady.
The bar tab was a couple of $100, Robert. Jerry looked at that and went,
the bar tab in Dallas, and I don't know if we ever told you this story. The bar tab in Dallas, that was the night of the
tornado.
Well,
we were scared. We needed to drink.
That was have we ever told you the Aretha Franklin story?
No.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
So we ended up you remember Chris Calloway. And we were there with Calloway and you and me in Dallas doing a TV commercial for 94.5.
Yeah.
And we had a couple of drinks before dinner and a couple of drinks during dinner.
Yeah, he knows all about our drinks.
And then a drink or two after dinner. And we're at the bar at Houston's in Highland Park. I don't even think it's still open. Oh. And we're at the bar at Houston's, and the bartender is talking to Erin, and she's explaining we're here in Dallas doing a TV commercial, and we're on the radio, and they kind of buddy up. And this bartender says to Erin, who's had, I may have mentioned, a pop or two. And the bartender, this is one of my favorite stories. And the bartender says to Erin, so who's the most famous person you've ever met? Now, Erin, who I may have mentioned, has had a pop or two, is just making stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at this bartender and she says, most famous person I've ever met is Aretha Franklin. And I look at her, knowing she's never met Aretha Franklin. Calloway knows it's all made up. The bartender says, Aretha Franklin? I love Aretha Franklin. And Erin says, not only have I met Aretha Franklin, I've been drinking with Aretha Franklin. And the bartender says, really? What's Aretha's favorite drink? And Aaron looks at the bartender and says, Scotch and sugar. And the bartender says, really? She says, yeah. And the bartender, there's maybe what, 10 or 12 people at the bar?
Yeah.
And the bartender says, okay, Scotch and sugar for everybody. And the bartender made, we
had to drink Scotch and sugar because of my
had to drink
dumb
Scotch
yeah.
and sugar because
Yeah.
she was, I may have
Don't
mentioned,
try it, Jerry.
she had a pop or two.
And we're sorry about the
Or
popper
two.
too. He paid the bill. He knows how many twos it was.
But through the years of all the people we have known in this industry, you are at the top of the list.
Oh, yeah.
And we are so glad you stopped by, and it is wonderful to see you as always. And like I said, for
Good to see you.
For the things, and I say this much more in a personal sense, the people that you meet in your life who do things for you, favors for you, that you realize honestly that you can never repay.
Yeah, he's just a good guy.
And you are one of those men, and thank you so much for stopping by.
It was my pleasure.
Awesome guy. He drank it all. I didn't have many drinks at all.
748 News Radio 710 Keel, Fletcher and Sports, and Your Money Now. I got to tell the Aretha story.
Oh, Lord.
It's up next on Keel.
When you're on the go and you've only got a minute, your Sefco store's got everything in it.
During Sefco Summer Savings, buy any 2 styles of Pyramid cigarettes and get a 32-ounce fountain drink free.
Make it Sefco.
It's time to talk money with John Wingo and Craig Watts. Saturday mornings at 7:30. Listen and get on track to a successful retirement. Call Wingo and Watts today at 318-629-8800. And listen Saturday morning at 7:30 here on News Radio 710 Keel.
Good morning at 7:49 at News Radio 710 Keel. Robert and Aaron, and traffic and weather updates right now. Here's Ruben.
We've just received reports of a minor accident on Kirby Place and Line Avenue. We've also got some slow-moving traffic on Texas Street in downtown Shreveport. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
We'll get to weather later, 7:40, 7:50 News Radio 710 Keel.
Keel News Radio time is 8:08.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. The Saints gave away the game in their preseason opener, falling to New England on the road 34-22. New Orleans committed 4 turnovers, with all of them costly. Garrett Grayson's first pass of the game was deflected, intercepted, and returned for a touchdown. Former Louisiana Tech quarterback Luke McCown threw a pick in the end zone from the New England 5-yard line that kept the Saints off the board. McCown also lost a fumble on a sack that was returned for a touchdown, but not all was lost for New Orleans, though. Rookie wide receiver Michael Thomas put on a display, hauling in 4 passes for 67 yards. Diminutive receiver Tommy Lee Lewis caught 3 passes for 38 yards, ran for a 2-point conversion, and showed promise as a return man in his first game effort to try and win a roster spot. Former Louisiana Tech standouts Kenneth Dixon and Vernon Butler, both rookies, made their professional debuts across the line of scrimmage from each other last night. Dixon led all rushers with 44 yards on 9 carries, including 19 in his first tote for the Ravens. Carolina's first-round pick, Vernon Butler, capped his night with a pair of tackles. Former Texas High Tiger and Arkansas Razorback Ryan Mallett completed 9 of 11 passes for 91 yards, with 1 touchdown and 1 pick to help Baltimore knock off the defending NFC champs 22-19. And Butler and Dixon's teammate last year, Vontarius Dora, had quite a night in his Denver debut, racking up a pair of sacks and a forced fumble in the Broncos' 22-0 win over Chicago. Not bad for an undrafted rookie free agent. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tigers, Tim Fletcher.
Hey folks, this is Eric Hardison
and Trey Rogers
from Landers Alfa Romeo Fiat and Pre-Owned Supercenter here in the Shreveport Auto Mall. Trey, we've got a great selection of newly arrived Fiat 124 Spiders. Tell us a little bit.
The classic Italian sports car styling is second to none. For only $27,340 plus TT&L, stock number 801011771, and 4 trim levels available to fit all your enthusiast needs.
That's right, Trey, and we also have great selection of pre-owned vehicles. And listen to this deal: 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Laramie Limited on sale for $28,900
plus TT&L.
Stock number CS2940088. Mention this ad and receive an additional $500 discount off the advertised price.
Hey folks, come and see us at Landers Alfa Romeo Fiat in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
Or shop us online 24/7 at gofiat.com.
What? You're looking up what?
I'm just trying to make sure this is going.
News Radio 710 KEEL 754. Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty, the once every 20 years 20th anniversary show. But 25 is pretty big too.
25 will be big, yeah.
So you better start planning for that.
Yeah, everybody that came today, you're coming back in 5 years.
Yeah,
yeah, just mark it down.
Mark your calendars now. Matt said we got a bunch of calls this morning.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that have called.
And thank you to everybody that took the time to pick up the phone call, say congratulations. Hope you do at least 10 more.
Yeah.
No one said that, actually. Yeah. Not one.
Not one?
Thanks, pal.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
But we did get a message. He said this was the best phone message we've had all morning. It's from Father Paul Martin at St. Paul's Episcopal.
Mm-hmm. He said, it's a testament to God's grace. You two haven't killed each other yet.
Wow.
And he also said, for a 20th anniversary gift to Robert, he wants to give him a hot air balloon ride unsupervised.
That's nice.
Oh, wow.
Because he knows your fear of heights, so he just wanted to.
Oh, man, I'd go watch that.
The man of the Lord right there.
One day, Robert had to go on a Ferris wheel with me at the state fair.
Yeah, I don't like high things.
And he literally was almost crying like a baby. And of course what that did for me was make me rock the car more.
Oh my God.
I would just rock this thing, and he literally, I really thought he was going to cry.
Yeah, it was awesomely bad.
Oh,
and
let's do it again.
It wasn't the real Ferris wheel, it was the one for, it
was the baby
toddlers.
one.
Yes, but we're up there and she's rocking back and forth and I'm at least like 12 or 14 feet off the ground. Which is panic level for me.
You should have seen his face.
I wish I was there.
It was the best. We were broadcasting live, and when he would go on the air, Robert, did I right?
Yeah, you can't buy memories like that.
You're tripping over yourself more than usual.
News Radio 710 KEEL 756 on the way in the 8 o'clock hour. Former mayors Cedric Glover, Keith Hightower, Lo Walker from Bossier City, I believe, is wandering in. And
bet.
1 or 2 other surprises.
You never know.
Once every 2 decades, the 20th anniversary show. And it is today, Robert and Aaron on News Radio 710 KEEL.
Your morning espresso starts right here. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
So liberals in the mainstream media, they're now faking their outrage over crafting a false narrative surrounding Donald Trump's comments on NRA supporters and Hillary Clinton. And while Democrats and their media hacks are claiming that Donald Trump suggested that someone should assassinate Clinton, I'd like to remind them of the actual times that President Obama used violent, inflammatory rhetoric himself. Remember in 2008 when discussing how to counter Republican arguments, he said, they bring a knife, we bring a gun. And he once told his supporters to argue with their neighbors, get in their face if you disagree. And in 2009, while discussing Wall Street bonuses, Obama said, I don't want to quell anger. I think people are right to be angry. I'm angry. And then he sent this guy, Mr. Burgess, to tear me up. I should have reported that to the police. Where are the outrage over these comments?
The Sean Hannity Show from coast to coast later today.
All right, this is a 30-second commercial, and I'm going to throw a lot of numbers at you, but please stay with me. In just 15
KEEL News Radio
minutes,
time
you
is
can save
8:35.
15% or more on your car insurance. Now, this company has been offering great rates and great service for over 7.
Right now it's 82. KEEL News Radio time is 8:35.
Was codenamed Anthropoid. Based on the untold true story, critics are calling Anthropoid action-packed. It earns its place in the pantheon of World War II movies.
If we fail, freedom will be wiped from the map.
Anthropoid Resistance has a code name. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent. Now playing.
Looking at some slow-moving traffic on Burt Coons Industrial Loop and Uri Drive, as well as on East 70th Street and Fern Avenue. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, good morning. We will see partly cloudy skies early with the clouds building in and eventually a chance for thunderstorms later in the day and into tonight. A heat advisory remains in effect as we are headed for a high of 96 and rain and thunderstorms likely this weekend, dropping high temperatures into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morses.
The staff and management of News Radio 710 KEEL want to thank Robert and Aaron for 20 great years of radio and more to come. News Radio 710 KEEL. 710keel.com.
Just about 8 o'clock, News Radio 710 KEEL, KEEL, Shreveport. Fox News right now on KEEL.
The KEEL Morning Show with Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty on News Radio 710 KEEL.
3 past 8 o'clock at News Radio 710 KEEL. Robert and Aaron. And hang on, local news. She's got it. It is up next.
Shreveport residents get a notification about the water. We'll talk about that. Pastors in Baton Rouge want some police officers charged and a body found in Shreveport's Allendale community.
The 20th anniversary show continues. Former Mayor Cedric Glover this hour. Keith Hightower from Bossier City. Mayor Lo Walker will be here. And
more surprises.
You never know who's going to stagger in. Fletcher in sports, traffic and weather on the 9s. It's all coming up this hour right here on News Radio 710 KEEL.
Luxury without limits at Jaguar of Shreveport. Online at jaguarofshreveport.net.
Load up on service and savings when you buy a new Kubota MX Deluxe utility tractor. Get a 6-year limited powertrain warranty, plus save big on performance-matched implements and get 0 down, 0% APR financing for up to 5 years. Act now before September 30th for this exceptional deal on a Kubota MX. Now through September 30th, 2016. Call toll-free 1-800-794-4992 for details about costs and terms. For complete warranty details, see Kubota.com or your authorized Kubota dealer.
Visit Shreveport Tractor or LouisianaKubotaDealers.com.
I'm Mike White at Clean Air Systems. There's a world of difference between an air conditioning and heating system that only puts out hot or cold air and one that performs at high efficiency, comfort, and safety levels intended by the manufacturers. If you feel your air conditioning system is not performing like you thought it would, give Clean Air Systems a call. We have been solving indoor air quality concerns since 1989. Now is the time to get the professionals at Clean Air Systems to evaluate your system. Clean Air Systems, 869-0344. Clean Air Systems at 869-0344.
The KEEL Morning Report. Now on News Radio 710 KEEL.
A man's body is found in a ditch behind St. Paul United Methodist Church on Looney Street. Police were called to the scene after someone walking by noticed a foul smell and saw what appeared to be a body. Police estimate the body had been there for a day or two. An autopsy is being conducted to determine the cause of death. Group says officers need to be indicted in Baton Rouge. Matt Parker has that.
A group of pastors at an event say for Baton Rouge to remain peaceful, officers involved in the shooting death of Alton Sterling need to be indicted. Reverend H. Lewis Jones of Hope Community Methodist Church say most black men don't expect to live to 25 and aren't afraid to fight and kill to get their message heard. Jones says that anger in the black community is at a boiling point, and if something doesn't change, he's afraid that things could be like the violent Black Panther protest in Baton Rouge in the 70s. I'm Matt Parker, News Radio 710 KEEL.
Shreveport residents got a notice letting them know there was a violation in the level of chloride in the water. Director of Water and Sewer, Barbara Featherston, says they sent the letter out because the system was slightly over the maximum level of chloride due to a system malfunction. She adds there was no health risk involved for citizens. Chloride is used to disinfect water and improve taste. Enrollment in the expanded Medicaid program is exceeding the goals set by the Department of Health very fast. DH Secretary Rebecca Gee says the state has reached 73% of its enrollment goal in less than 50 days and will surpass the goal it set for this July as well.
We had to set a goal for ourselves of 200,000 by the end of July, and we have far exceeded that, which is fantastic. And we are now at actually 279,000, probably will be 280,000 by the end of today.
Dr. Gee says Louisiana ranks dead last in health outcomes in the country. Parkway High School's bought new speed monitors for the Bossier Sheriff's Office. Senior Colin Thigpen says that's just one of the initiatives students hope to accomplish with their $100,000 award from last year's State Farm Celebrate My Drive contest.
We also want to have a program to where everyone knows how to change a tire, basic things like change oil, change a tire, do basic things to a vehicle to ensure that we actually know what's going on.
Thigpen says the objective for the new program, RIDE, rewarding and informing drivers everywhere, is to make sure everyone's driving safely. It may look like a war zone right now, but progress is being made in old downtown Bossier. Project coordinator Pam Glorioso says recent rains did cause some problems.
The weather is a detriment some days, but fortunately we've had so much dry weather, we are ahead of schedule slightly. So to be delayed by the weather occasionally, at this point, it's not upsetting the schedule.
Glorioso says the Bossier Revisioning Project is on track to be completed by this time next year. 4 people have died in bomb blasts in Thailand. The blast targeted some of Thailand's most popular resort cities and beach towns. A Belgian athlete's gotten sick after racing on polluted Guanabara Bay at the Olympic Games in Rio. She's the first sailor to fall ill from the polluted waters. Partly cloudy, some rain likely this afternoon. Our high temp about 95. Right now, 79. KEEL News Radio time is 8:08.
The U.S. stock market's on the brink of collapse. World currencies will soon freeze and devalue, and gold will hit $10,000 per ounce. So says New York Times best-selling author and economist Jim Rickards in his latest book, The New Case for Gold. Hi, my name is Adam Barata, and I'm the managing director at Advantage Gold. Advantage Gold is on a mission to warn everyone about the massive risks facing all investors right now. And that is why Advantage Gold is giving away Jim Rickards' latest best-selling book absolutely free. Call 800-900-8000 right now to get your free copy. That's 800-900-8000. In this book, Jim explains how loose credit has created massive asset bubbles, why central banks are no longer able to prop up economies by taking on more debt, and why demand for gold will soon spike worldwide, driving the gold price to as high as $10,000. If you care about your financial future, please call now. 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. My name is Adam Barata. We are Advantage Gold, and your future is safe in our hands. 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold has the highest ratings according to TrustLink, with a 100% 5-star rating.
8:09. It's News Radio 710 KEEL traffic. Here's Ruben.
Looking at some slow-moving traffic on Burtoon's Industrial Loop and Uri Drive, as well as on East 70th Street and Fern Avenue. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, the chance for a shower or thunderstorm continues today. Otherwise, partly cloudy with highs in the mid to upper 90s, and a heat advisory remains in effect. Rain will pick up overnight and throughout the weekend, so thunderstorms likely both Saturday and Sunday, and that will drop weekend highs into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morrison.
It's the Titan Factory Direct Housing 710 KEEL VIP Club, giving you more chances to win than ever before. Get all the info and sign up now at 710KEEL.com. The Titan Factory Direct Housing 710 KEEL VIP Club from News Radio 710 KEEL.
Bluebird Broadband Services is now available for your business. To see how they compare, we sat down with Kevin Willey with Pretzel Maker.
I was using the bandwidth for my security cameras so I could view them. I was using the bandwidth for my credit card machines. It was really the slow service that frustrated me. Well, that's what got to me the most. I couldn't build up to anything. I couldn't get faster speeds. I thought I had no options.
And with Bluebird?
Now I know I have the options. My speed is quadrupled and I'm paying less. Now I have faster credit card service. Now I have faster cameras. Before, I couldn't see my cameras. They would jitter and jump all over the place. Now, they stream perfectly.
Bluebird Broadband offers the highest quality internet and phone services designed for your business, supported by local friendly professionals.
It's one of the best things about it being local. I know that every time I pick up the phone, I get a person.
Hosting, data center, broadband, or business phones, call now. 459-9135 to find out how Bluebird Broadband Services is built for business.
Good morning. It's 8 o'clock at News Radio 710 KEEL. Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty, the once every 2 decade 20th anniversary show.
Mm-hmm.
And we are streaming video live this morning on Facebook. Somehow it all ties back into the YouTube channel.
We have people listening to us right now in Estonia, which we appreciate that very much.
What?
Yep, we have someone listening in Estonia.
That's pretty awesome.
We also have a listener in, in Tacoma, Washington, I think.
Read the text that you got or the Facebook message about they just moved.
Yeah, let me see if I can get down to it.
It was awesome. Dig that one up.
My family and I just moved to Tacoma, Washington 2 months ago, but I've been listening to y'all on my Radio Pup app every day. You helped me with my homesickness. Happy anniversary. That's from Brad Odom. Good morning, Brad. Hey, Tacoma.
When you started to read that, I thought you said you helped me with my homework, and I was panicking. And I'm thinking that poor kid never finished school. Special guest this hour, and there are, when you are on vacation, I have a list of co-hosts. These
are your bromances, to be honest.
There's no doubt about that.
Oh, absolutely.
Former Mayor Cedric Glover is here. Thank you for stopping by.
Good morning. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
What were you doing? Because I said to CL a little while ago, CL Bryant, and I said, so 20 years ago you were a junior at Fair Park, right? And he went, yeah, right. 20 years ago,
Please don't tell us you were in elementary school.
What was Cedric Glover doing on August 12th of 1996?
Groundhog Day all over again. I was a freshman member of the Louisiana legislature and staffing. So 20 years later, freshman in the legislature.
Your first election, that was your first election,
No,
right?
No, that was my first election.
Statewide.
Statewide.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What do you remember? Tell me about both. Not only tell me about your first election, which was what, city council, right?
1990, correct.
Tell me about that. What was not the motivation, because you are walking motivation.
Oh, yeah.
But just about the nerves and what you must have thought, because you were still kind of a kid, right?
Well, pretty much so, yeah. You know, I had a much higher high top fade back then, and had the.
Pardon me,
I
just a
can
minute.
tell these stories.
Okay.
Because he and I go back way before this.
I was just going to say that when you were here last time, and I don't think you were here, and you started telling us that your copy of The Chronic, which of all that you read, and I was going to have you recite, but I thought, no, we'll save that maybe for when Aaron's gone next time. But back to the first election. I'm fascinated by this.
Well, yeah, I was a 24-year-old kid. I guess it's probably the arrogance and innocence of youth. I had no idea and a true appreciation of exactly what I was doing. I was running against Hillary Huckabee, who is a legend, an icon, the first African-American ever elected to the city council here in Shreveport, one of the folks who filed a lawsuit that helped to change our form of government, and who had served for 12 years. But we were in the midst of some very challenging time. Crime was out of control. Gangs were coming into Shreveport in waves. Crack cocaine had arrived, and there was other confusion going on across the city, in particular in the neighborhood where I grew up. So I stepped forward and said, hey, I'm going to take this guy on.
Let me tell you how I met Cedric. Because I was one of those I moved to Shreveport in 1984 and started working here. And I would go to the city council meetings, and they'd sit the reporters up at the front table, and you would sit through the meetings and record, and and people would come up to just speak and address the council like they do now. Well, he was there almost every meeting, without fail. And of course, he would have his hairdo, and he would have his dark glasses on, and he would get in front of the council, and don't let him hear this, but he's just a smidge intimidating.
Were you purposefully so?
No.
So at some point it didn't dawn on you that I might be able to get my way. We were talking about the Lyndon Johnson deal all the way, and the way that if you see it for the second or third time, you see how Bryan Cranston as Lyndon Johnson, physically intimidates by just covering. You know what I'm talking about? To sit on the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
It never dawned on you were capable of that.
I guess I was blessed to have been able to grow up in a time under circumstances where I was not as aware and as sensitive and as understanding and conscious of my big and blackness as I guess I grew to be as I grew older.
You said something to me. In fact, you said it to me, and I think you put it on Facebook. I don't remember. And I've quoted it to people. In fact, Tommy, if he's still wandering around the other night, he goes, "That's awesome." And it was if you want the ball, don't be surprised when you get hit.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
When you were a political youngster, do you remember the first time you got hit?
Well, not specifically, but within the context of these circumstances, yes. Because from my perspective,
where you were young and you go, "Wow, this is big boy. This is a big boy business."
Absolutely.
And did it? I don't mean this facetiously. Did it make you cry?
Well, it made me. It clarified It helped me. It was a clarifying moment. It was one of those times where I came to understand that this isn't for the city council. I mean, this isn't for the student council. This is for the city council, and there are folks who take this very seriously, and it's very important to the person who currently has it. And not only does he want to keep it, but he has friends who are committed to helping him keep it as well. And so when you find yourself, I'd go to places by myself and show up for forums and the whole 9 yards. And I'd say what's on my mind, and things would go relatively well. And then you hear from the other side, you go, man, that guy doesn't like me, does he? So you start to understand that yes, the people who take this very seriously.
But his passion was, I mean, imagine going every 2 weeks to a meeting where they're probably not going to do anything for you, but you're fighting for your neighborhood and your community. That's where he started. And you have to admire people who are doing that. I mean, I really do. I have all the admiration in the world for that effort. I really do.
I appreciate it. And I'll tell you, the thing that was really a problem then, and people look at our situation and circumstances now and think that we're in the midst of the biggest crime wave ever. But at that time, we had people who were dying literally at least once a week. And we had shootings and drive-bys and other things that were happening every day all across the city. And we had a generation of leadership that just simply was not connected or aware. They were concerned, but they just simply didn't have the filter to effectively understand what was going on. So we wanted to make sure that they could understand.
Are we keeping our friend Cedric around for another segment?
If he can hang, we absolutely, yeah.
Well, now I've got my twin here now, so I'm good.
Look who wandered in.
Mayor Wolocker. That was
Mayor
nice.
Wolocker.
Yeah. Bring the vodka back. 19 past 8 o'clock, News Radio 710. Keel Fletcher and Sports is up next. This chunk of the show powered by Avalone Door and Ironworks, raising garage door standards one home at a time.
What are you smiling about?
I'm so glad we chose One Planet Solar to help us expand our solar system, and we got to use the 30% federal tax credit again.
You mean you're going to save even more money on your utility bills?
We sure will, and we had a battery backup system added too to ensure we don't lose power.
Isn't that really expensive?
I thought so too, but the overall cost to put in a system has really come down, and Matt at One Planet Solar took the time to get on our roof, and then he gave us a detailed analysis. And don't forget, the federal tax credit of 30% can be used for new systems or to add on to existing systems like we did. So it's still a great long-term investment.
Wow, it sounds like something I really need to look into.
And don't you like the idea of having a choice about where your utilities come from? I do. Call Matt at 858-5000 for an estimate.
It sounds like you really understand how it all works after working with One Planet Solar. Did you say the number is 858-5000?
Yes, 858-5000 or online at oneplanetsolar.com.
This is going to be the greatest group photo of all time. There's people in this room, they're not allowed to travel on an airplane together. News Radio 710 Keel Sports.
Good morning from the sports desk of 1130 The Tiger. This is Tim Fletcher. Michael Phelps won his fourth gold medal of the Rio Olympics by winning the 200-meter individual medley for the fourth consecutive Olympic Games to run his career haul to 22 gold medals to highlight Thursday's action. Simone Manuel tied for the gold medal with 16-year-old Canadian Penny Oleksiak in the women's 100-meter freestyle event, becoming the first African-American woman to win an individual swimming medal in Olympic history. In gymnastics, Simone Biles won the individual overall title, blowing away the field for the gold. Her U.S. teammate Allie Reisman captured the silver. The Astros clobbered Minnesota 15-7 on the road with Jose Altuve collecting 4 hits for the second straight game to lead the way. Afterward, the MVP candidate said, quote, "I'm just hitting the ball and there's nobody there," end quote. Carlos Correa had 2 hits, including a homer, as Houston racked up a season-best 19 hits in the win. Former LSU All-American Alex Bregman had a double and 2 RBI and 4 at-bats. The Astros gained a game on Texas. The Rangers' 5-game winning streak was snapped by Colorado 12-9 as the Rockies gave Texas a dose of their own medicine with a 5-run rally in the 8th inning to come from behind for the win. And also, congratulations, Aaron and Robert J. Wright on their 20th anniversary. Together, without strangling each other. From the sports desk of 1130 The Tigers, Tim Fletcher.
Still keeping an eye on that major accident on I-20 eastbound near Hearn Avenue. And it looks like we got some traffic delays on Kings Highway and Linwood Avenue. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
a good morning. We will see partly cloudy skies early with the clouds building in and eventually a chance for thunderstorms later in the day and into tonight. A heat advisory remains in effect as we are headed for a high of 96 and rain and thunderstorms likely this weekend, dropping high temperatures into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morses.
20 years together, and they're still both alive.
I'd kiss a stranger for a ribeye.
Congrats to Robert and Aaron. News Radio 710 KEEL. 710keel.com.
You know you're not sleeping enough, but what can you do? More sleeping pills? Not look at your phone in bed? Let's be honest. Why don't you do something easy to get the good night's sleep you've been missing, like getting a fresh set of sheets from Boll & Branch? Hi, I'm Scott Tannen. My wife and I founded Boll & Branch to make the most comfortable sheets you'll ever sleep on.
Luxury sheets can cost $1,000 in the store, but ours don't. They're only a couple $100 because we've cut out the 800% retail markup by only selling directly to you online at bollandbranch.com.
Everyone who tries Boll & Branch sheets loves them. Even 3 U.S. presidents sleep on Boll & Branch. Shipping is free and you can try them for 30 nights.
And if you don't love them, we'll give you a refund. No questions asked.
At Boll & Branch, summer is about having fun. Check out our beach towels, limited edition throw blankets made lighter and brighter for summer, and our classic sheets. Go to bollandbranch.com today for 20% off your entire order when you use promo code QUIET. That's 20% off right now at bollandbranch.com. Promo code QUIET, spelled B-O-L-L and branch.com. Promo code QUIET.
Man.
We just need one big. We don't need three mic. We just need one big overhead microphone.
Yeah, we really do.
News Radio 710 KEEL. Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty, as I've said a couple of times, the once every 2 decades 20th anniversary show.
Yeah.
And we have in studio now, and we will get to them all eventually. Former Mayor Cedric Glover and Keith Hightower.
Yeah.
Bossier City Mayor Lo Walker is here, and he'll with another proclamation just after 8:30.
We kidnapped them all right now. We could make a fortune.
This is, oh my God, $100 bucks.
Some folks would thank you.
And Dr. Jason Maggio is going to join us in just a couple of seconds. I was going to read this.
Okay.
No. How much time do we have?
We're going to run out of time.
Do we want to play the Cedric? Let's play, because the first time you came in, it was the first day you and we had never met, and you came in. You were still you were still mayor, and it was my 60th birthday, and you did the proclamation.
Correct.
And I'm going to play that, and it's about 3.5 minutes long. It's awesome. But what's really interesting about that is that was the day we discovered that you and I laugh just alike. It's the weirdest. Remember,
yes.
She was the first to notice that.
Yes.
She said, "Who's laughing there? You or Cedric?" Well, I said, "Well, I'm talking, so I'm not a ventriloquist. It must be him."
Mm-hmm.
But this is from 2012.
Oh my.
And this is literally the first day we met. And it was Robert J. Wright Day, and this is the proclamation.
Whereas Robert J. Wright has proudly served the Shreveport-Bossier metropolitan area on the radio for more than 15 years, and whereas his dedicated service has enhanced the lives of citizens with information and entertainment, and whereas we want to recognize his commitment and express our sincere appreciation, and whereas the city of Shreveport is honored to commend Robert J. Wright for his many years of service and dedication, now, therefore, I, Cedric B. Glover, mayor of the city of Shreveport, do hereby proclaim Saturday, April 28th, 2012, as Robert J. Wright Day in the city of Shreveport, and I urge all citizens to join in celebration of this joyous occasion, in witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Shreveport to be affixed. Cedric B. Glover, Mayor.
Now, that was incredible.
Man.
I know. That was like a movie trailer.
Cattle Magnet Grad, man. He's got it.
Now, you may or may not be aware, there was a little part that Aaron has let me know that was edited out
I don't think he knows about it.
Of the original draft.
His staff's good. We tried to slip one in because I wanted to hear him read it.
Whereas, hereafter, heretofore, here's what they cut out.
Robert J. Wright sits down to pee. I so wanted to hear him read that.
The right eye kind of gets ahead of the line.
Wasn't his first day reading.
Yeah, no.
And with a James Earl Jones flair.
Yeah, he did. Didn't he?
That was great.
He's got it.
Thank you very much. I am honored. We had not met before today.
Hey, y'all have not met?
No, we had never met, and it is my pleasure and my honor, and thank you so much. And Monday or Tuesday, when I've forgotten all of this because I'm halfway to 120, Aaron can poke me with a stick and say, "No, it really happened.
It really was, yeah."
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for taking time.
Saturday's Robert J. Wright Day. I don't have to do anything special, I hope, please.
Well, now, he does get a chance to tell you what to do all day long, Aaron. That is one of the things we do have to assign one person.
I know who won't be answering her phone on Saturday.
You will be responsible for shepherding him throughout the day on the 28th.
You're not close to 60 yet, right? You're not even close to 50. That's about half your age, Robert.
I said, what, 46? 46, so halfway to 92, as I like to say. Somehow that doesn't make me feel any better, because 10 years ago, Mayor Hightower did the same.
Yes.
Although certainly not with the dramatic flair and intensity.
No, he didn't.
That was great. Pretend not to be listening. He's really good.
Yeah, not bad.
He really did a great
After
job.
he leaves the mayor's office, I'm thinking the movies.
I'm thinking.
Him and Samuel L. Jackson.
Try this. In a world where Cedric Glover is looking for a job. That would be just about perfect. Like I said, I cannot thank you enough. I am honored and rendered inarticulate by the greatness of your read.
Well, thank you so much. It's a great pleasure to join you guys. We obviously love you all here throughout Shreveport, Bossier City, and the Arklatex, and continue to do the great things that you all do to serve and support this community.
We haven't done a lot of best of stuff this morning on our 20th anniversary show, but that is one of my favorite days.
That's awesome.
That's one of my favorite days. In fact, anytime I get a proclamation making it Robert J. Wright Day, it's one of my favorite days. Thank you much for coming in.
My pleasure. Congratulations, and I'm up for 20 more for you guys. So.
Well, I'm not sure we are.
Let's count 20 weeks, and let's see how we go.
But like I mentioned to you, Aaron will be on vacation soon, so I'll be texting with enthusiasm.
Always here for you.
A pleasure as always. KEEL News Radio time is 8:29. Local news is next.
Bob Dylan in person.
Early one morning, the sun was shining. I was laying in bed.
Bob Dylan and his band.
There must be some way out of here.
October 25th at the Shreveport Municipal Auditorium.
She's got everything she needs. She's an artist. She don't look back.
An unforgettable evening with Bob Dylan. October 25th.
Well, good morning. We will see partly cloudy skies early with the clouds building in and eventually a chance for thunderstorms later in the day and into tonight. A heat advisory remains in effect as we are headed for a high of 96 and rain and thunderstorms likely this weekend, dropping high temperatures into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morses.
Local news just a couple of seconds away. Aaron standing by, plus a bunch of other great guests on the way. 20th anniversary show. News Radio 710 KEEL traffic time. Here's Ruben.
Construction. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, the chance for a shower or thunderstorm continues today. Otherwise, partly cloudy with highs in the mid to upper 90s, and a heat advisory remains in effect. Rain will pick up overnight and throughout the weekend, so thunderstorms likely both Saturday and Sunday, and that will drop weekend highs into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morses.
The power of information. KEEL News now.
Shreveport residents got a notice letting them know there was a violation in the level of chloride in the water. Director of Water and Sewer says they sent the letter out because the system was slightly over the maximum level of chloride due to a system malfunction. Barbara Featherston added there's no health risk involved for citizens. Body discovered in Allendale, the body of a man found in a ditch behind St. Paul United Methodist Church in the 1400 block of Looney Street. Police were called to the scene after someone walking by noticed a foul smell and saw what appeared to be the body. Police estimated the man's body had been there for a day or two, an autopsy now being conducted. Back to school health fair tomorrow.
University Health will be hosting its second annual Back to School Health Fair Saturday. The event will run from 9 a.m. till noon. Some of the highlights of the event are the backpack giveaway and Teen Talk seminar. There will also be food, games, and door prizes. I'm Matt Parker, News Radio 710 KEEL.
Barksdale Boulevard in old downtown Bossier may be a dirt pile right now, but City Project Coordinator Pam Glorioso says the Bossier revisioning plan is moving along nicely.
I've had a nickname to the war zone right now. For what it looks like today, what it will look like within 12 to 14 months from now, it's entirely different.
Glorioso says things are actually ahead of schedule, and we can expect to see a whole new downtown by this time next year. Parkway has big plans for its award from State Farm's Celebrate My Drive contest. Senior Colin Thigpen announced that some of the money was used to purchase 2 new speed zone monitors for the Bossier Sheriff's Department.
Our objective for this new program called RIDE, it stands for Rewarding Informed Drivers Everywhere. We have a couple agendas to set, like we want to build new cameras for the money that we earned, our $100,000 grant by State Farm. We want to do that to ensure that drivers, teenagers, and even teachers are wearing their seat belts to ensure safety on campus.
Thigpen says another program will teach students how to do basic car maintenance, like change oil and tires. A Chinese swimmer, the first athlete to test positive for banned substances at the Rio Games. The Chinese Swimming Association says the swimmer tested positive, but no specifics were given. Federal and local authorities in Arizona say they're still coming up empty-handed in the search for a 10-year-old boy who's been missing for nearly a month. Authorities say they've been actively searching for Jesse Wilson since he went missing from his home in Buckeye. They want to double-check areas that had been searched previously. They combed through a field Thursday in what they called a secondary search, but they say the boy is still considered a runaway. Partly cloudy, could see some showers popping up later in the day, high near 95 degrees. Right now it's 82. KEEL News Radio time is 8:35.
Luxury without limits at Jaguar of Shreveport. Online at jaguarofshreveport.net.
You want to eat better and be healthier. See the light at Sunshine Health Foods. For over 40 years, Sunshine Health Foods has been helping our community make healthy choices. Supplements, health and beauty products, and healthy natural foods at affordable prices. Our staff is here for you. Got questions? Ask away. We're here to help. Sunshine Health Foods. See more at sunshinehf.com and like us on Facebook. On the corner of Uri Drive in Southfield and on Airline Drive across from Target. See the light at Sunshine Health Foods.
It's the Robert and Aaron cavalcade of important people.
I'm just wondering if Keith remembers when you dropped the baby.
Yes, I asked him about that. The diaper changing time. We've got that. There's former Mayor Keith Hightower joins us just a couple of seconds.
Tried to kill an infant.
And she's a grown woman now, just to show you the amount of time that's gone by. News Radio 710 KEEL, Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty 20th anniversary show. And would you take a moment and introduce our next honored guest? And I am being totally serious.
This is Mayor Lo Walker from Bossier City, and he's been mayor a little while, but not quite 20 years, right?
12. I'm in my 12th year now.
Wow. And he's joining us this morning. And you and Mayor Ollie Tyler did this proclamation. You did a joint proclamation. So y'all got together to put this together.
Pardon me, and I know this is an interruption, and I apologize, but just let me say, and everybody, you look great, and you are bouncing around the room like a man, I was going to say my age, but you, just congratulations, you look awesome, you must feel great, good for you.
Clean living does it.
Is that what it is? No, seriously.
And that means we're doomed, Robert.
Yeah, exactly. So, Mayor Lo,
I want him to, he wants to read the proclamation for us, because you've never had a day in Bossier. Me either. Now we're getting it in both.
Well, as your listeners know, Mayor Tyler's already presented this one, so I'm going to give you the abridged version.
Okay.
Because I don't want to bore your listeners.
You're talking about us. We wouldn't be bored at all.
Right. whereas.
I love it.
And I meant everything Mayor Tyler said. Congratulations to you.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was.
I love this guy.
That was pretty good.
Now, does this mean I can get away with speeding in Bossier today?
Yeah, absolutely not.
Oh, dang. Can I steal grapes at the Kroger?
Well, if you buy one of those
Popsies,
beverages
yeah,
over there,
exactly.
you can.
We've got a couple of minutes here. While you're here, what's going on in Bossier? What are you guys working on? What projects? I said earlier, you got to look at the micro, but the macro. What's the macro view of Bossier right now? Oh, my God, the downtown stuff. You must be psyched.
Well, my problem is I failed economics. I don't know the difference between macro and micro, but downtown re-envision is our biggest project we've got going now, but we've got a lot of public utilities projects we're upgrading, and we're doing a lot of proactive things to allow us to work flooding situations much better than we have in the past without putting people's lives at jeopardy. So those sorts of...
I hear you did a pretty good job with this kid named Garth, too.
We did, and he was a fantastic performer, and we hope he comes back next week.
A lot of folks, and spend a 30 or 45 seconds on this, a lot of folks, me included, aren't aware of the scope of the downtown Bossier City renovation and development that's going on.
Well, it's just going to take that segment of town there, basically from Traffic Street over to Hamilton Road and what used to be Barksdale Boulevard, but which is we've swapped with the city, with the state, so that we can take that road and upgrade it to make it compatible with what we're doing down there. And it'll have parallel parking, a lot of landscaping, bicycle paths, and so on. And then there'll be a residential development there with retail below it, and we'll have connection for the walking trail into the boardwalk and things like that. It'll be a fantastic when it's completed.
Mayor, I can't thank you enough for coming in. I really appreciate you spending some time, and I know you're a busy man. We got to have you back one day to talk about Bossier.
Well, I know. I see I'm getting hooked, so I got a couple of things I want to get off
Please.
my chest.
Okay.
Well, you know we got a crowd. Oh, God, he's going to... Is this roast time? Oh, Lord.
No. Well, I wanted to tell you that being here today has allowed me to chalk off two things from my bucket list. I've always wanted to see you drink a vodka with sugar with Aretha Franklin. I've always wanted to do that. And I always wanted to meet a man who was willing to do a vasectomy on air. So I can slice those two
But enough about Phil Serio. I was turning around, roaming the room. Whose name am I going to fill in the blank? And I think I did the right thing.
On a serious note, you guys as a pair of fantastic, and first of all, I didn't like you, but as I listened to you, and the more I listened to you, I liked you even less. But
well, let me add to what you just said by saying that was the most awesome read of all time.
Where's the big hook?
Whereas we would like to thank Mayor Lowalker of Bossier City for joining us.
That's
you
awesome.
Were awesome as always, sir. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. My pleasure.
News
Come
Radio
back anytime.
710 Keel 839 traffic. Ruben.
Still keeping an eye on that major accident on North Market I-220. And we've just received reports of another major accident on Jewella and Clark Boulevard. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, good morning. We will see partly cloudy skies early with the clouds building in and eventually a chance for thunderstorms later in the day and into tonight. A heat advisory remains in effect as we are headed for a high of 96 and rain and thunderstorms likely this weekend, dropping high temperatures into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morses.
Oh, Barbara, I want you to meet Edward.
Hi, nice to meet. Okay, why are you wearing oven mitts?
Well, I've been playing the Heatwave scratch-off from the lottery.
And you need oven mitts for that?
I sure do, Eddie. Can I call you Eddie?
No, actually.
Okay, you see, Eddie, when I play Heatwave, I get so fired up, I need my oven mitts just to hold it.
Wow, you don't say.
Oh, yeah. Heatwave's the hottest thing going, Edster.
Edward.
Uh-huh. And with Heatwave, you could win up to $100,000.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
No, pretty hot.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You want to try a Heatwave, Eduardo?
Edward.
Want to borrow my oven mitts?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, you see, I told you that Heatwave was hot, didn't I, Big Ed?
Hey, yeah, you did.
Play Heatwave from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase. Oven mitts not included.
Hi, I'm Pamela.
Edward.
So, what's with the oven mitts?
I was playing Heatwave.
Ooh, sounds hot. Tell me more.
Well, let me tell you, Pam. Can I call you Pam?
No.
842 at News Radio 710 Keel. Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty, and standing by a visit with United States Senator Dr. Bill Cassidy. Dr. Bill, how are you this morning?
I'm good. I understand this is your 30th anniversary.
The chances of us
20th.
The chances of us hitting 30 are
slim to none.
Are you kidding? After this morning, it's guaranteed. How are you? Thank you for joining us. What's the latest? Tell us what you're up to.
Oh, what are we doing? We're traveling the state. We're trying to kind of figure out what people are concerned about. We're telling them what's happening in Washington, and we're trying to make sense of what's happening in the election. Aside from that, not very much.
Yeah, just those little bitty things that are happening between now and November.
Bill, we can't thank you enough for all the quality time you spent with us over the past couple of years and always being available. We really, really do appreciate your time always.
So last night I was dreaming about you too.
Oh, Lord.
And I knew I had the interview, so maybe I'm sure that was why. And I dreamed that Aaron, you were like like a musketeer, and the only reason you made this many years on the show was that you were so young when you started.
What were you? That's an interesting. 20 years ago, we started next door on the station was K94.5. What was Dr. Bill Cassidy doing 20 years ago? Were you already in practice? What were you up to?
I was almost a new father. My son was 2 years old. I was still seeing patients in the charity hospital system, still teaching, and my daughter was probably on the way. But my hair was brown.
Well, we hope you'll come in studio next time you're in Shreveport. Can we count on that?
Absolutely. I love coming in studio with y'all.
Dr. Bill, our pleasure. As always, thank you for taking a couple of minutes with us, and continued success. And as I say with all sincerity, doing the Lord's work. Great talking to you, my friend.
And congratulations on your anniversary.
Thank you, sir, very much. News Radio 710 Keel, Robert J. Wright, Aaron McCarty, the 20th anniversary show.
One of my favorite stories. I'm so excited that he's here.
Go ahead.
This is former Mayor Keith Hightower. He's joined by Phil Serio, a former councilman. They were council members together. But Keith came to the studio when we were on 94.5 because he's not like you. He's not barren like you are.
Yeah, that's true.
He has children, and you thought you could change a diaper. You had this bright idea.
I don't know what the genesis or origin of the baby diaper changing contest with then Mayor Hightower
was. Diaper Week
was.
or something, I don't know.
But we decided to have an on-air and
diaper changing race.
I don't remember. Did you wear scrubs, medical scrubs too, or was it just me? There's some photos floating around where I'm in this hairnet and I look like
I would never look that silly.
No.
I didn't have a hairnet on.
He did not. He's got great hair, Robert, just in case you were jealous.
Well, I was just wishful thinking. What do you remember about that day other than, and the reason Aaron wants to tell that, you can start with the best part of the story.
Because during some part of the diaper change, you hear this noise. Robert dropped the baby.
I may have dropped the baby
right on a wooden counter
on its head.
Yeah.
On luckily that was on the soft spot, so it didn't do not much long-lasting damage.
What do you remember, Keith, about this? I mean, because you dusted him.
I can't remember much except the dropping of the baby and just the horror. It was horror. It was like Halloween. It was horror.
The other stunt you did with us, and we were playing in a golf scramble at Southern Trace. And we did a bet where the lowest score, whoever lost at our golf match, if you remember, had to ride through the car wash there on Burcoons in the back of a pickup truck.
Yes.
And you made some, it was on the 7th, we were pretty close, and on like the 17th or 18th hole, he makes like about a 40-foot putt. And I'm like, what? You're not that good. He goes, you remember the old story about I don't have to be faster than the lion, I just got to be faster than you?
Yeah.
That day he was faster than me.
Yeah.
And that was the first day when you came out and did the show with us from the car wash. That was the first day that I met Dr. Pat Day from First United Methodist, and he was there too. And he actually, and we've been great friends ever since, he actually prayed for me that because, as we know, it wasn't that we were worried about drowning. It's just that sometimes car wash water can rival the bay at Rio.
Yeah.
So I was more than a little concerned. Do you have any recollection? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, because you were mayor when we were on 94.5 for the most part. What were the years you were mayor?
I was the mayor from the the end of 98 through 2006.
Okay, so we did make a move at some point during there, but you were very accessible. You know, there's sometimes over the years that some mayors are, maybe you can get a call back, but he always called us back. He was always, but you were on the city council. I think you and I go back a ways before you were mayor.
Yeah, I was on the city council in 1990 with Cedric. By the way, I brought y'all 10 donuts. Cedric got the first 2 on the way in.
And y'all were on the council together, you and Phil Serio, correct?
Yes, we sure were.
All right.
Phil, moving a little closer.
All right. Yeah, we were on the council together as well. And, of course, Cedric at that time was also on the council for 1 or 2 years.
That was a good group of guys. It really was.
We got some things done.
Y'all did.
We saw the city grow forward.
Not a whole lot of fighting. It was a good group of guys because there were not a whole lot of fights.
You can say that now. Time washes away a lot of things.
Y'all had a few scuffles, that's for sure. I just can't thank you enough both for coming in. It's just awesome. And it's been a great 20 years. I love this city.
And Mr.
There's
Phil,
no
if you
doubt.
noticed, he brought a bottle of his latest.
What is this stuff?
I brought you something to celebrate with. That is our Bayou Tea. It is
I'm going to try a sip.
Rum, tequila, triple sec.
Okay, put it in the glass. Don't drink it out of the bottle.
But chugging it's not a good idea. It does require. We do like you to.
The hell it's not.
It does. We do suggest put a little cola on top of it, but
okay. Nah, we don't need no cola.
No.
I don't need no stinking cola.
You gave me my first taste of it. My first taste.
I got hair on my chest.
At Mardi Gras. It's awesome. So congratulations. It's Popsy's Bayou Iced Tea, your latest financial project, and I hope it goes well for you.
Ooh!
Oh!
Nice!
It just started to go better.
Is it 9
Y'all
yet?
gonna have fun this afternoon.
Keith and Phil, former Mayor Keith Hightower, and former City Councilman Phil Serio, thank you for stopping by. It is our pleasure, and thank you for helping us celebrate number 20. Mr. Keith, great to see you as always.
Congratulations to you both.
News Radio 710 Keel, 849.
I have to get to sleep.
Tom had a stressful day, and now he can't shut down at bedtime.
Need sleep.
To fall asleep fast, millions of people turn to Unisom sleep gels. They're non-habit forming and quickly help you sleep soundly so you wake recharged. Tom? Unisom sleep gels. A stressful day deserves a restful night. Use as directed. Active ingredient diphenhydramine hydrochloride.
Hey folks, this is Eric Hardison
and Trey Rogers
from Landers Alfa Romeo Fiat and Pre-Owned Supercenter here in the Shreveport Auto Mall. Trey, we've got a great selection of newly arrived Fiat 124 Spiders. Tell us a little bit.
The classic Italian sports car styling is second to none. For only $27,340 plus TTNL, stock number 80101-771, and 4 trim levels available to fit all your enthusiast needs.
That's right, Trey, and we also have great selection of pre-owned vehicles. And listen to this deal. 2012 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Laramie Limited on sale for $28,900.
Plus TTNL.
Stock number CS2940888. Mention this ad and receive an additional $500 discount off the advertised price.
Hey folks, come and see us at Landers Alfa Romeo Fiat in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
Or shop us online 24/7 at gofiat.com.
News Radio 710 Keel, traffic time.
Still keeping an eye on that major accident on Jewella and Clark Boulevard. And it looks like we got some slow-moving traffic on Kings Highway and Linwood Avenue. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687-ROAD.
Well, the chance for a shower or thunderstorm continues today. Otherwise, partly cloudy with highs in the mid to upper 90s, and a heat advisory remains in effect. Rain will pick up overnight and throughout the weekend, so thunderstorms likely both Saturday and Sunday, and that will drop weekend highs into the 80s. I'm Fox 33 meteorologist Josh Morses.
Hiring people is probably the worst part of my job. It's such a hassle, the searching, the sorting through resumes. Most people don't have the right experience.
We started using ZipRecruiter about 3 months ago. Right from the start, you could tell it was going to make hiring a lot easier. One click and my job was posted to 100+ job boards, all the top sites.
All of the candidates came to my dashboard, and it's easy to compare them. Thumbs up if I liked them, thumbs down if I didn't. No emails and attachments, printing up docs, phone calls, none of that.
And I couldn't believe the number of great applicants we got. I had the person we needed within 1 week. I don't know how we hired before ZipRecruiter.
Whether you're looking to fill one position or 20, find the best candidates with ZipRecruiter, where your job is just one click away from 100+ job sites. ZipRecruiter, the fastest way to hire. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/talk. That's ZipRecruiter.com/talk. ZipRecruiter.com/talk.
.853 at News Radio 710 KEEL. Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty. And joining us, this is the last segment of the Robert and Aaron 20th anniversary show.
Wow. What a great day.
It has been pretty darn
Alcohol
awesome.
here at the end,
Yeah,
donuts.
Phil brought us the Popsies stuff. That is great. Dr. Jason Maggio is joining us, chiropractor and nutritionist and Olympic trainer.
Oh.
And we'll talk about, let's talk first about Olympian Kendrick Ferris, who has, you've worked with Kendrick for what, closer to 8 or 9 years?
It's been a while. It's been about 5 or 6 years now.
And tomorrow, I said to Jason a couple of seconds ago, because you went with him to London in
2012,
right?
that's right.
And I said, because Kendrick's competition is at the 94 kilogram
Got it, yep.
is tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
at about 10 a.m.
3 o'clock.
Well, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock
Okay,
here.
okay.
Okay.
And I said to Jason, I said, are you nervous? And he said, I sweat if I think about it.
Oh.
But Shreveport guy,
That's right.
Kendrick Ferris, world record holder. Will you give us a lead up to this and tell us what his chances are, which are pretty damn good for
Not
even
a world record holder.
No, yes.
U.S.
Yes,
Isn't it a U.S. record?
No, at Pan Am Games, he set the.
Oh,
that's
my
what I'm saying. So the
goodness.
competition, I mean, it's basically the same. So I mean, he's got a real good shot at the goal. I think in Beijing he did 4th. He was a
Ooh.
little upset about the London performance, but he's a lot stronger now. He
moved up in weight class.
He moved up in weight class
because of I don't mean this in a negative way, because as he's gotten older, he's what, 30 now, 20.
30.
Okay, and you just get naturally bigger when you get older.
That's
Ask
it.
anybody.
That's it.
Do you talk to him? Do you talk to him? How's he doing?
He's doing great. He's mentally focused. He's ready. I'm really excited for him.
Oh goodness, and lots of competition though. I'm
Lots
sure
of
from those big Russian guys and all the all the rest of them.
You got it.
I'm shocked because you help him with his back, obviously, but I know you talk to him about nutrition. People are shocked when I tell them that Kendrick Ferris, with
Weightlifter.
legs like oak trees, is completely vegan.
Yeah, people question it all the time. It's absolutely true. I mean, you look at the strength of a horse or a cow. I mean, they don't eat meat. So I mean, he does it.
What does he do? Because I'm sure you have, of all the work you do with him, other than the physical aspects, I'm sure the dietary is part of it also. What for a guy who probably has to have 2,000, 3,000 calories a day, in addition to supplements, what does he do to get protein, et cetera? And I would imagine it's pretty low fat.
Yeah, but I mean, hemp, cranberry,
I'm sorry, what was
pea
the first
protein,
one?
hemp, H-E-M-P.
Hemp.
Yeah,
That's
hemp
like
protein.
marijuana.
I want that diet.
No. And
you already are.
There's so many things that you can get from beans. There's so many things you can get from plant-based. Like I said, a horse. I mean, quinoa. You can just think of the size of a horse, and they don't eat meat.
Man,
So.
people need to know, by the way, Dr. Maggio and I go back 10, 15, I don't know how many years.
Maybe 10 years. I mean, it's just an honor to be here, and congratulations. I used to listen to y'all when I was a kid. So, I mean, so it's an honor.
Get
to
the
be here.
hook. Where's the hook?
God only knows. That's the kind of compliment we never get tired of hearing.
We never get.
I listened to you when I was in elementary school.
But I'm going to tell you this honestly. There have been times when, had he not been ready to help me, because I have back issues. I've had them for a long time. I would not have made it to work some days. There was a Sunday.
Yeah, thanks, pal.
There was a Sunday one weekend when I could not get out of bed. I mean, I could not move my back. Called Jason, the 911 call, and it's locked up. I don't know what I'm going to do. And he said, "Do you think you can drive to work to my office?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to do my darndest." On a Sunday, get up, meet me at his office, jack my back, and I'm good as gold on Monday. It's just he really is a miracle worker, and I can't thank you enough, because you really are.
By the way, all the way chiropractic clinic there on Fern.
Mm-hmm.
Now you are getting ready. Last couple of minutes here, you are getting ready to start another Aaron McCarty project that will be available to everybody, to all your patients. Well, folks that aren't your patients right now.
Are you going to do pedicures?
I am going to.
God, I wish we had. That's not really an inside joke, but sadly we don't have time for that. But what is it that you're getting ready to start with her?
Well, I knew to start after this. That's why we've been waiting, because I knew the Bayou stuff was coming up and all
and
this
the
stuff,
donuts,
and the donuts and all that.
Yeah.
So yes, but in short, we're going to go through the weight loss program again, and it's going to also include food this time for you. So it's going to be there's no mistakes you can make. I'm having my chef actually cook for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Aaron McCarty, triathlete.
I'm excited.
The clock is ticking, my friend.
I don't like beans or that quinoa goo, okay, whatever that is.
We're going to make it work.
Quinoa
Okay,
goo, he's president of North Korea, I think.
Oh, is he? Yeah. I don't like him.
He's 6 dogs on people. Nobody's
Plays table tennis, doesn't he? Yeah.
Exactly. He's awesome. We got to go, kids.
Awesome day.
Dr. Jason.
I don't have time to read my thing again. Darn it.
All the Way Health Show, Saturday morning from 8 till 9 here on News Radio 710 Keel. God, 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, you know what that means?
What?
See you Monday.
Yeah. Dang. We don't get like a day off at least.
Back Monday morning, 6 till 9. Robert J. Wright and Aaron McCarty, News Radio 710 Keel.
Still keeping an eye on that major accident on North Market and I-220. And we've just received reports of another major accident on Jewella and Clark Boulevard. If you have anything to report to us, dial 687-ROAD. That's your Planet Fitness traffic hotline, 687